Welcome to the Roar Room, truth on the mic. Healing the soul, we rise and ignite. Mind, body, spirit aligned in the flame. Roar Room tribe, we roar in our name. Hey, hey. Ooh, yeah. Woo. We welcome the mushroom ladies back once again, sharing hearts of kindness with family and friends. Nature is their passion, her treasures they bring. Gifts from Mother Earth make our spirits sing. With love and compassion they brighten our way, helping pets and people every single day. Together we're growing like branches on a tree, sharing hope and healing for everyone to see. Nature knows and nature shows the healing power that forever grows. Hand in hand we'll proudly say, love lights every single day. For every wagging tail and happy smile, we'll walk beside you every mile. Ooh, yeah. When the 4th of July fills the sky with light, those booming fireworks can bring a scary night. If your furry best friend trembles with concern, there's a gentle answer every pet can learn. Chill doggies are here with a calming embrace, bringing peace and comfort to your favorite face. A tasty beef recipe dogs simply adore, with natural goodness and so much more. Passion flower, catnip, lemon balm so sweet, helping anxious hearts find calm with every treat. Lion's mane mushroom leads the way, supporting minds and nerves each day. From separation worries to thunder in the sky, from fireworks popping on the 4th of July. Chill doggies help your best friend rest, giving your loyal companion nature's very best. Nature knows and nature shows the healing power that forever grows. Hand in hand we'll proudly say, come on inside, where love and natural wellness walk side by side. Questions to ask, we'd love to hear from you. Sheepdogs pets, we'll see you through. Discover wonderful products made with love and care, helping your loved ones everywhere. From wagging tails to peaceful nights, together we'll make everything alright. Nature's gifts a loving touch, because our furry friends mean so much. Chill doggies bring calm every day, that's the sheepdog way.
That was our 4th of July special. I said, Miss Sheepdog, which one you want me to play? Any one of them, just any one.
I forgot the one
That was 4th of July special.
but the rest is all good.
From now on, we won't put dates in the songs. But that was a good one.
Yes, that worked. That was exciting.
Welcome to the War Room. It is 8:26. A lot going on in the world, right? A little hot.
Yeah.
It says right now 101 on my computer at the bottom, but it feels like 170. No wind.
Yeah, it's hot.
Whew.
Every day. No rain for weeks.
No.
The plants in the woods are wilting. I'm surprised there's no burn ban. I'm like, have you heard anything about it?
None. Usually they do that when it hasn't rained in a while.
Yeah, it's 110 where I'm at. But it's a
Oh,
dry
okay.
heat.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we just broke a record for the most consistent days over 110. Something to be
Wow.
proud of, I guess. I don't know.
It's been an unusual August. I'll tell you that. I can't wait for winter. I'm not even going to complain a little bit. Not even a little bit.
No, I'd rather be cold than sweating. I really, really. So you can at least put more stuff on.
I'll
Just can't.
remind you, you said that when you come up here to live in New York.
Right. Right.
No, that's a
I lived
difference.
in Utah
rather
growing
be in-
up.
Yeah, I would rather be in the heat. However, I was in Ohio 2 weeks ago, and that muggy, wet, I forgot about that, and I was miserable. So I kind of get it. The East Coast, the heat comes with that muggy. Like I took a shower, and it felt like I needed to take another shower, right?
Yes, yes. That's how it
We
is.
don't have that here.
Oh,
Even-
no.
Even when the temperature is not so hot, you still have that humidity. It's still like, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the humidity is
Yeah.
awful.
Nadine, I didn't want to do the Eskimo thing in New York. Sorry.
No.
I didn't think
We'll
you
let you have that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to winter. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, and then, we keep hearing there's going to be some weird winter stuff going on, so it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, we'll see what comes out. I mean, it's been super hot, so it might be super cold. Who knows?
And
I hope not.
wet, which means snow for you guys, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
would be nice. I'd welcome that.
Well, we know we're going to get snow when Ted Cruz takes off to Mexico with his family.
Yeah.
We're going. That's how we determine how our weather is going to be. Is when Ted Cruz goes somewhere else.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Did do that during the ice storm.
Well, and
So some.
I read
Go ahead.
something, Mr. Sheepdog, you're so smart on this stuff. You might know. I read something the other day about, and I'll have to send it to you because who knows if it's correct or not, about the Rothschilds no longer being in charge of something that had to do with the weather. And it's the first time in like 150 years that the Rothschild family wasn't in charge of something that had to do with the weather. I'll send it to you, and you can do your your research
Right.
on because
That'll
you know
work.
this stuff better than I do.
Yeah. Yeah, send that to us.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Well, in Gary, Indiana, they had a storm come through there, and they went without power for 2 weeks. Knocked over trees,
Yeah,
100-mile-an-hour
just
winds.
in that one, just in Gary and Indiana, which I don't know. What's that place like? Is it rural or, you know?
I don't know. Michael
don't
Jackson's
know.
from there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
where he
don't
was
know.
born. That's
Oh,
his childhood home.
Well,
Oh,
in that other singer too, John Mellencamp, is he from there?
On Mellencamp, yeah, he's Indiana. Yeah.
Oh, is he?
wow.
Indiana.
Yeah, my brother's in Indiana right now. He says diesel was $6.19 a gallon.
Yeah.
Home of the
He's a truck
He's
driver.
a truck driver. So and he
Wow.
got stuck there, right?
Yeah, they closed down a road because he does the special loads where they have to shut down the road or whatever, have escorts and all that other stuff. So he made it all the way to Indiana, and then the day they were fixing to go through a certain road, it's going to be shut down for 51 days. So they had to figure out a different route because you have to have a lineman and law enforcement and all that kind of stuff to pick the lines. So they haul heavy, like
Real heavy stuff.
right, huge things for like refineries or something like that, right? Big. Y'all ever seen any of those kind of loads coming through your area where they have to come in and lift up the power lines?
No. We're in a small town. We have a bypass, so we don't have any trucks come through our little town.
That's nice.
Right. So the good thing about Gary, I think the temperature up there is in the 70s. So yeah, they have power, but it's a doable 81 kind of high. Right. So if we lost power here like we did 2 years ago and we lost power for 2 weeks and if we actually had 101 during that, I don't know if we would have made it.
Right?
We lost 22 people. It was July of 24, and then just about 4 or 5 days later was Butler, right? The assassination attempt in Butler with
Oh,
Trump.
wow.
Yeah, so it was crazy. They, when you have situations like that, they have one gas station that they like to funnel everybody to. So then you get to sit in the line there too to get gas, and then your local gas station that you normally can depend on doesn't have power, so they can't pump any gas, and then they got to wait for delivery. It's horrible. Yeah. So this crazy temperatures, keep the people in Indiana in your thoughts and prayers. And
Yeah.
uh,
I think they were starting to restore some of it last I checked.
yeah, they're looking into the electrical companies because they're the how long it's taking. But
Yeah,
when you
they're
have
gonna
that
shut
many
it down.
trees and unexpected, tornado type winds coming through there, of course they're going to get caught off guard. But I remember back in the day when the electrical companies from other states would come in and help out, but now we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, I know we just sent half of our firemen left Boulder City, Nevada, and headed up to Reno to help fight those fires. I mean, the fire department still seems pretty good about, sharing their crews with big bad areas of fires, and that's good to know.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. But the dogs are loving the heat. They like to go out there. I send them out. I got 6 puppies, so we send out 3 at a time
Yeah.
with mom because she wants to whimper like she has to be with the kids outside.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's good, Mom.
But they last about 5 minutes out there, and their little tongues are coming out. They're ready to come pick you in.
And then they go right to sleep when they come
Oh,
back in. I give
yeah.
them some water and then they crash out.
Yeah, because they got all that energy, that puppy energy.
Oh, yeah.
And I have them in a big playpen type thing for dogs, right? But they need, yeah, you let them loose out there, but yeah, they're even feeling the effects of the heat, but they still love it out there. So
Have you identified, like, is there a bully and is there a little runt and is there like one that's, the leader? Or have you identified them? Have those kind of personalities come out yet?
Yeah, we have the little girl. She's the runt. She's white, like Tutu.
Oh.
She's so cute. And then there's a big one that's white, and it's a male, and he's the bully. And then there's one that the little girls are really, they're rough. They get on top of the boys and like wrestle them. It's crazy.
they
But
like to
there's only
fight.
2 girls.
They all like to fight each other and play. You hear them all the time.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Oh, when I let them loose, they sound like you're opening up a herd of cattle running down the hallway.
Yeah, you hear this.
Like when they come out.
I'm going to put in the mail some hemp rope for them to play with. They can play tug of war with it. And even if they swallow it, it's not going to hurt them because it's just hemp. So I'll put some in the mail to you. And I want some videos of them playing with them.
All
Okay,
right, that'll work.
awesome. Thank
Oh,
you.
they'll have a ball with it.
Oh, they will. They need it because they're teething. They chew on everything. They have to get.
This would be good for that. Yeah.
They were pulling my shoe through the gate,
Oh.
and sheepdog caught him, and they were trying to pull it through the gate to chew on it. It's a leather sandal.
They always go for the leather sandal.
Yeah.
Well, and usually it's the most expensive pair of shoes that they chew, right?
Yeah, that's the moccasins type.
Yeah.
They're moccasins.
Yeah.
Leather
There
moccasins.
you go.
Well, they know they're supposed to go after the natural stuff.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. I
Smart.
was like, no, not my shoe. No.
So we appreciate the hemp rope. That should help her save her shoes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, I'll go ahead and toss it over to you, ladies, and let you have it.
Well, thank you. And once again, thank you. We're so glad to be here, and that you've welcomed us back again. That's pretty awesome.
I know that's crazy, right? I know. But we're going to do a show tonight, and we're also going to do a makeup show next week. Kristen's going to come on, right?
Yes.
Just want to
We're
throw that
gonna
in.
do tonight and a
Part 2, part 1 tonight, and then part 2 next Wednesday night.
Yes.
Kristen's going to come on, and we're so grateful for that. And
Yep. Well, can you all believe it's been 1 year and 1 day since we did our first show with you all, Miss Sheepdog and Mr. Sheepdog?
No, I can't believe it.
Yep.
It's been a
1
year,
year.
that's
That just
crazy.
blows
damn, that's
my mind.
fast. Feels like 6 months.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
1 year, 1 day.
1 year. Well, I'm Kim, and Nature Girl in Telegram chat, and I'll introduce Diana in a minute. I first want to acknowledge the year that has passed without our dear Mike Penny. It's hard to believe. We started our show with you all right after that, pretty soon, towards the end. So it's been a year for that too. And I've been a member of this community for many years and look forward to all that we can learn and accomplish together. So Wow, a year. Well, this is Diana, and she's one of the mushroom ladies. Diana is certified in holistic pet care, pet and human CBD. She's also certified in pet nutrition. And before I turn it over to you, Diana, I've got a few questions. So we're going to be doing this series that we talked about this week and next week called Back to Basics. So Diana, how did the mushroom therapy company get started?
Well, first of all, acknowledgement to the year that we've been with Mr. and Mrs. Sheepdog, and the incredible fortitude that it took for them to take the reins and just do what they've done. And we appreciate it so much. And it has been a sad year without Mike, but I'm sure that he's very proud of what Mr. and Mrs. Sheepdog and all the crew have done. We started this mushroom company back in the 80s. I didn't. It was 3 young men who, one of them had a grandmother that was very, very sick. She was dying and was told to go home and get her affairs in order, Mrs. Lou. And the other one had a sister, Christina. You might remember her, Christina Ferrari. She married John DeLorean. It was a big thing back in the 80s. The Ferrari married the DeLorean. And she had a very, very serious case of cancer that was also not treatable. And Mrs. Lou's family, when they were notified that Mrs. Lou wasn't going to probably make it, they said one of the family members was a doctor in Japan, and that he knew about this mushroom, the Coriellus versicolor mushroom. And they sent some here, and Mrs. Lou started taking it right away, and Simon's best friend Gino's sister started taking it right away. Well, Christina Ferrari is still with us today, and this was back in the 80s. And Mrs. Lou lived into her early 90s or late 80s and died of other issues, not from what she had. So these 3 men started marketing this as a supplement, but the supplement market is so regulated. They can't say anything about what it does. They basically, here's a supplement, try it. What does it do? We can't tell you, which really is sad that that's where we're at. And so they had some luck with it. They were getting it out there. They didn't have a big distribution chain. They didn't really have a lot of distributors. It was just a couple guys trying to get this out, and they were doing okay with it. Well, it wasn't until about 2015-ish, they were all sitting around talking about three best friends for a long time about one of their dogs had just died from cancer, and someone else said, yeah, my sister's dog just died of cancer, and someone else said they had to leave early because their daughter's dad also, the daughter's dog also was diagnosed with cancer, and he was going to go over to visit with them. And they said, wait a minute, like how many of us know people whose dogs have died of cancer? And they all raised their hands, and they said, well, let's start looking some of this up. And they started seeing the statistics on it. And they were like, you've got to be kidding. 50% of our dogs are dying of cancer. This is crazy. And so then they started trying to find some studies, because they thought, what if we took this mushroom, the Coriellus versicolor mushroom, and what if we could offer it to animals? Is it even safe? I mean, they didn't know. So they started doing a lot of research, and they found a study. And I'm not sure when they found the study, but they found a study from Penn State University Veterinarian School that said, if your dog has cancer, and if it takes the Coriellus versicolor mushroom, it will live longer and healthier. Well, that study has been very beneficial to us. They started baking this mushroom into biscuits, and the biscuits were for dogs, cats. I mean, they have stuff for dogs, cats, horses. Lo and behold, it started working, and they started seeing it. So what they said was, let's start a pet health company. Because as a pet health company, we're not quite in the crosshairs of big pharma. So we could have a pet health company with a pet parent corner. So we started offering, I started with the company right when they started in 2017, because of my background in the pet industry. I'd been in the pet industry since the 80s. And even though I was retired, I knew if there was something out there that could help our animals, I wanted to be part of it. And that's it. That's pretty much how this company got started. And here we are almost 10 years later. And I later on, I'm going to do some testimonials, but I can't tell you the joy it's brought me to watch what we've been able to do for animals and people. So yeah, that's how we got started, Kim.
Great. That's exciting. And especially to all the dogs out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how does this benefit the community and Mr. and Mrs. Sheepdog?
Well, these podcasters work tirelessly to do these podcasts. They do a lot of research, a lot of preparation. I mean, you've got Nadine making songs, and I mean, they're just working so hard. And by the
I don't
community.
make the songs.
Oh, who makes the songs?
Mrs. Sheepdog.
Oh, wow. I thought it was Nadine. Well, there we go. I learn something new every day. This platform supporting the link sheepdogspets.com helps to support this platform. And we're committed to helping this community not only keep existing and keep doing the good work that they're doing, but also be healthy and thrive. We need this community. We need these people to be healthy and thrive. And we need our animals to be the same way. So we do ask that you redirect your spending away from the box stores to places like sheepdogspets.com. Because a little bit of extra income flowing into the podcasters allows them to pay for everything that's involved in doing a podcast. It's not just, oh, hey, let's get in front of the camera. I mean, they have to have platforms. They have to pay for platform fees. So again, we ask that you redirect your spending. We ask that you quit buying from the big box stores and buy from the smaller companies. We're an American-based company. We are very patriotic. We are a company that believes in this platform and this community. And so just, check them out. Go to sheepdogspets.com. If you are an animal lover and you know someone who's an animal lover, share this link for tonight and for the next week, because they're going to learn something about their animals and themselves. So again, we want our fur babies and their parents to live longer. And that's another one of the benefits of being part of the Mushroom Ladies.
And healthier. We want them healthier too.
100%.
Yes. So what is mushroom therapy and how can it help animals and people?
Well, it's kind of interesting because mushrooms are amazing. And we've done some shows on what mushrooms, they share 40 to 50% of our DNA. They breathe in oxygen. They communicate. They're their own kingdom. I mean, they're not a plant. They're not a fruit. They're their own kingdom. And, they've been around forever. And there are references of the mushrooms, in old writings, and we've just kind of lost it. So what does it do? It's not magic. God put everything on this planet that we needed. In some cases, we have forgotten it. Some cases, we've lost it. Some cases, we've had it destroyed. But the mushrooms pretty much have been there forever, and they just kind of were squelched a little bit. We've seen animals after they've started on this mushroom, and people, and I'm going to read some testimonials, perk up after they were told that they were on their last days and still live another 2, 3, 4, 5 years with a high quality of life. So the mushroom therapy is so simple. It goes into the body's immune system, and it just tells the immune system to wake up and do its job. It gives the immune system the support so that it can start working the way it's supposed to work. It's not magic. It's just the simplistic thing of, hey, my immune system's obviously compromised, so therefore let's uncompromise it and give it more support. Our little dogs are running around and their little noses are in the ground. And what's in the ground? Roundup. And why are our little dogs getting so sick? Why are we losing half of our dogs to cancer? It's the vaccines. We know that's a big issue, and we're going to talk about that next week. It's the food we're feeding, which we'll talk a little bit about today, and we'll really deep dive next week in that. But it's also the Roundup in the ground. It's the air. It's the water. It's all of these things together. So our strain is very proprietary to us. The mushroom that is our flagship product is called the Coriellus versicolor mushroom, and I'm going to go back into that one in a few minutes. But first, I'm going to go over some testimonials because I just love testimonials. So I'm going to read a couple of them. This one's really touching. There was a gentleman named Rich, a very successful man, lovely human being, who was in a horrible car accident, and he has just gone downhill. And it got to the point where his wife had to put him in an assisted living, and it broke her heart because she couldn't deal with everything that was going on with him physically and cognitively. He had gotten very angry and lost some communication skills, and it was really sad. So she saw me speaking at an event, and she started him right away on a mushroom therapy program. And I got this really sweet text that says, Diana, just an update. Rich's communication and engagement and memory have increased significantly. This is such a blessing. I actually look forward to someday bringing him home.
No.
That I know. That one was like, wow. Okay, now this one's kind of a sad one, but I think it's in the realism of, we can't keep these fur babies around forever, and at some point we are going to lose them. This was from George. George has been a lovely customer. He had a dog that was really sick and not moving, a lab, and not walking, and they were at that. What do we do? They were picking him up and taking him outside to potty. He was still eating. He was still enjoying his belly rubs. And so we started him on mush ponies, and his name was Sultan. And then within a week, I got videos of Sultan leading his pack because there were 4 other dogs in the house. He was back to leading his pack, walking down the driveway. And this probably was about 8 or 9 months ago. And I just got an email from him. It said, Diana, I'm so sad to announce the passing of my beloved husky, Sultan. I want to thank you so much for the mushrooms that I think gave him more time with us, not only more time, but quality. This is the last picture I took of him. I thought you'd want to have it. That's sad. It's really sad. But at the same point, we can say their last memories of Sultan weren't Sultan, not moving and being horrible. And they said he lived and played and walked the pack all the way up until the day he passed. So, if we gave him another 6, 7, 8 months and it was good quality 6, 7, or 8 months. And that's unusual. Usually we see a few years, but Sultan was quite old. So this one was from Cricket's mommy. Oh my gosh, Cricket has calmed down so much. These chill doggies are amazing. I can't believe we actually have a house that's calm. And I'm so grateful to you. That is. Now this one's really, 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 really sad. And really awesome too. Greeting to the mushroom ladies. It's a long one, so I'm sorry. I just listened to you on a podcast, and I really, 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 really am thankful for the life of my husband. Thanks to the blessings of your products, Enforce Clarity and Enforce Plus. 1 year ago, my husband had a mild stroke, and very soon after, we received the devastating news that he had prostate cancer. The cancer diagnosis was completely devastating for him, but what made this scarier was that the stroke had affected the part of his brain that controlled reasoning and discernment. He was extremely overwhelmed and couldn't understand how or why this was happening to him. Life was not good. I researched what I've heard you talk about on the podcast, and we dove into your products. We ordered enough for both of us because I knew I needed to take care of myself for him, for the love of my life. Long story short, the prostate cancer immediately turned turbo right as we started to try your product. Because he had been taking your products, he had been taking them for about a month. For a little while, we feel that he was better equipped mentally and emotionally and physically to strive to live. I was better equipped to maintain focus on his needs and my needs. 1 year after his stroke and prostate removal, we oldsters are enjoying life to the fullest because we believe your products were instrumental in all of our healing. By the grace of mercy of Father God, we are 70 and 65 year young, and I told my Joe that he was going to take the Enforce Clarity and the Enforce Plus for the rest of his life. I waited a lifetime for this beautiful man to come into my life. I'll be damned if I was going to lose him. After only 6 years together, Joe is free and clear of all cancers per all medical tests, and I have maintained my sanity through all of this. Woo-hoo. My eternal thanks on behalf of Joe and myself. I pray God's abundance blessings to you and the many souls who you have touched. What do you say, right? What do you say? When you can have an impact like that? Yeah. So my last one is a real cute one. I was in an airport. It was storming horribly. They delayed our flights because the thunder and the lightning was out of control. And there was this veteran with this beautiful, big white service dog. And the service dog Sammy was just beautiful. And she was really doing her job, you could tell. But every time it thundered and crackled, she would go under a table. And I was watching, and I thought, you never want to go up and approach a service dog because they're working. So I went up to the gentleman and I said, I'd like to chat with you for a second, if I may. And he said, sure. And I said, I've noticed your dog, and I'm really sad that she's having such a bad reaction. He said, she's the best dog on the planet. She's been my service dog for 3 years. I can't live without her. I fly a lot. And where we were, thunderstorms are not unusual. And this happens every time. And I said, well, I have something with me I would like to gift you. It's called a chill doggy. And all of a sudden, a man sitting like across the way went, hey, wait. You're one of the mushroom ladies. You're one of the mushroom ladies. I've seen you on TV. And I'm like, it was the weirdest thing. And he goes, you got to listen to her. This stuff works. Which was perfect, because this guy didn't know me, right? And he literally like said, okay, I'll try it. And we gave her 2 or 3, I can't remember. She's a big dog. And the lightning and thunder was just horrible. And we were delayed like 4 hours. And after about a half hour, she was just fine. She was sitting next to him. She was still doing her job, but she wasn't cowering and going under the table anymore. So it was just the best story. And he became a customer, which was really awesome. So yeah. So those are my testimonials. You know me, Kim. I love the testimonials. It feels like this is why we do what we do.
Oh, I love them too. I love them. And I'm always on our Tuesdays and Thursdays call waiting to hear them. Yep. And the chill doggies are wonderful. If you're doing it for the first time, go easy, because sometimes you don't need as much as on the package. Onyx weighs 55 pounds. And I don't know what the dosage is on the bag, but I always give her just a half of one. And we went to the lake Sunday and Monday, and she's just 2 years old, and her little buddy that we go with is like 8 years old, and he's like, okay, I've had enough of you wanting to play, leave me alone, I want to chase my sticks in the water and everything. And so, and plus the first time we went and she was on the boat, she got, I think, a little seasick on the way home.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, I'm going to give her a half of one before we go out on the boat. And she loves it. She'll sit there and let the wind blow through her hair, and just looks up, and it's amazing. And Roscoe, the other little dog, he's like, I don't like the wind. So I gave her a chill doggy, and she just kind of just like, I think I'm going to take a nap. And I'm like, no. And I only gave her half of one. And so she didn't romp and go crazy as much as she usually does. Gave Roscoe a break, and he was thrilled about that. But so I thought next time I'll just give her a fourth of one, because I still wanted to play.
The package says like 3 or 4. And the thing is, you can give them that much. It's not going to hurt them, but it can just like knock them out. So every dog is a little different with how they receive them. Some dogs are very receptive to it. Other dogs fight it. So yeah, you have to experiment a little bit to find out what's that magic number for your pup.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just wanted her to not bug Roscoe. And so next time I'll just give her a fourth of one. Just
and
take the edge off.
They do help with motion sickness also. I have a dog who gets sick when we go up and down hills or around corners in the mountains and throws up. And once we learned that the chill doggies would stop that, we give them a little chill doggy right before we hit those areas, and no more throwing up.
Yeah. Well, and I've noticed when the first time that we went on the boat, I hadn't been on the boat for years, and I had my sea legs too. And so when we came home that night, we were pulling the boat, and it was kind of, these crazy roads. And when we got home, Onyx ate and then proceeded to throw up all over the sofa. This is, a huge thing. I was like, no, get out. And she's like, no. Anyway, I'm like, daggone it, I forgot to give her this chill doggies. So I did it on the way. She had one coming home, and we've not had any sickness or anything. So I'm like, I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, back to our thing. So, Diana, let's hear about the nutrition and minerals.
Well, let's go back up to, I want first to share your story. the Coriellus versicolor mushroom has so many benefits, but why don't you tell us your story first?
Okay. Well, I think it was 2019. I was diagnosed with a pituitary adenoma, which is a tumor on the pituitary, non-cancerous. They couldn't figure out if it was a Mingy something or a adenoma. But anyway, after the first initial diagnosis with that MRI, the preceding 3 MRIs, it grew each time. And if it continues to grow and press on the optic nerve, it can lead to blindness. Cancel, delete. So after I started the mushrooms, January of 24, 2.5 months later was my next MRI, and it didn't grow. 6 months later, it didn't grow. 6 months later, it didn't grow. And then the doctor said, well, let's just spread it out till next year. I'll see you next November. So it's not grown since I started the mushrooms.
And we're so blessed for that. First of all, think about the fact that you saw us on a podcast and then you dove in, and here you are, you led us to Mike Penny's community. I mean, I have been listening to Mike, but you had the contact with Mike and led us to this community, which led us to the sheepdogs and the community they've created. And I think back about just, it scares me to think where we would be if this hadn't happened for you, if you hadn't. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there goes my story. And I hate that we always share these stories, because it's not about us, but it's about there is someone somewhere that listens and hears us and then calls us. I've told this story for the last couple of months. I got a call in the middle of the night. It was someone from England. They had just gotten the diagnosis that her husband had cancer, and he looked at her in the doctor's office and said, we need to call the mushroom ladies. And they called me and they said, we're not afraid. We're not afraid. We know that there are things out there. And I just thought, okay, God didn't give cancer to me. He gave cancer for me. So that, and same with Kim's situation is so that she can be a messenger. And that's kind of what we want to be. We want to be a messenger. We want to get people, we want to be a conduit to get people to understand there are other things they can do. So I was diagnosed with cancer in 2020. I had been working with this mushroom for probably 2 to 3 years at that point, but I hadn't been taking it. I mean, silly me. I was helping everybody else and I was healthy and I didn't feel I needed it. And surprise, surprise. Cancer diagnosis, stage 3. I have a fly, guys. It's like flying right on my face. So if I keep doing this, it's because there's a fly that won't leave me alone. The diagnosis is scary. I mean, when you're told that you have cancer, everything in your body just shuts down, and all these crazy thoughts go through your head. And how sick am I going to be? How can we afford this? Am I going to lose our house? What's going to happen to my husband? I mean, all of these things happen. And I knew I had this mushroom in my back pocket. I knew that the Coriellus versicolor had some amazing studies, and I knew that we had the proper strain. And so I started taking 10 a day. And 30 days later, when I was approved for surgery, because it took them 30 days to decide whether I could be operated on, I had a tumor in my colon that, if it exploded, would have killed me. But it took them 30 days to decide whether I could be operated on. They called me and said, go in for your pre-op blood work. I went in for my pre-op blood work, and 14 hours later, I got a call from the hospital that they wanted to do a video conference with me. It was my doctor, and he had a big smile on his face, and he said, what are you doing? And I'll never forget thinking, what do you want me to say? I'm packing a suitcase, or am I not packing a suitcase? Why are you calling me? And then he said, honey, you're in remission. And I'll never forget thinking, wow, yeah, cool. But I didn't even know what that meant. What's remission mean? Well, he explained to me that it was actually a good thing, and that it meant that that the cancer, everything had stopped, and it was actually, digressing instead of progressing. And he said, we still have to take out the tumor. I want to know everything about what you're doing. I told him I was taking a mushroom, and he wanted me to send him everything. And I love that he said, don't stop doing what you're doing. That was important, because many doctors will say, ooh, don't take that. Don't take it. And I went in for surgery. I came in and out of surgery beautifully. And then they wanted to do chemotherapy, which my husband and I had both said no on chemo until we got the numbers that said type of cancer I had a 40% reoccurrence rate within 5 years without chemo and 10% with chemo. And those numbers scared me, but that wasn't what convinced me to do chemo. What convinced me was I saw a study from Sloan Kettering. Sloan Kettering had said, if you take the Coriolis versicolor mushroom during chemotherapy, it will complement your chemotherapy treatment. And I thought, okay, I'm in. So what happened next was crazy. 6 months of hard chemo. I never threw up. I didn't lose my hair. I didn't look like a cancer patient. I didn't feel like one. I had some bad days. I'm not going to say they were all great, but people would say to me, oh my gosh, you look so good. And what we realized was that while the body was being destroyed by chemotherapy, the body was given the support that it needed. And it literally was repairing, rebuilding, replenishing, rejuvenating, and it was keeping ahead of the destruction. And it was amazing how it happened. And when it was all over with 6 months later, they did every test known to man, and every one of my numbers were better than pre-cancer. I was osteoporosis before cancer. My mother was bent over like a little candy cane, and I knew that was my lot. I was doing everything I could to strengthen my core and keep that from happening to me. But I was no longer osteoporosis. I wasn't even osteopenia. It had rebuilt my bone density. And when we found out that the mushroom has the ability to help the immune system do this. So here we go. It's a scary time. The American Cancer Society has surpassed 2 million new cases this year. And they're saying that the latest report that cancer is up by 3,000%. 3,000%. So
Jeez, I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we all know that, we're compromised, but the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, what it does is it prevents the immune system from turning down the anti-cancer system immune response. And it's a proven offense and defense when it comes to what I was dealing with. So, yeah. So Kim, we both have a great story, but I hope that just one person says, gee, I saw this girl, maybe you should call them or maybe you should contact them. And they can contact us up at sheepdogspets@gmail.com. Kim and I answer every single email and we make sure we answer them quickly. Somebody had asked about a hiatal hernia on the chat. And what I would love to have you do is please email me at sheepdogspets@gmail.com and let me talk a little bit more about what's going on with you. My first go-to is to always say, let's go right with the Enforce product. But I would just like to hear a little bit more about what's going on with you, what medications you're on, so that we can make sure that we lead you in the right direction, because we have 5 different mushrooms that we deal with. One is for brain support. One is for viral support, cholesterol support, blood pressure support. One is cardiovascular, blood pressure. And then one, the reishi mushroom, also cardiovascular and blood pressure, along with the Coriolis versicolor. So let's go back to Kim.
Okay. Well, now let's talk about the coffee. We've got some good mushroom coffee. It's organic. It's so delicious. And here's some other statistics. The most chemicals that you will put in your body is from coffee. I'm sure you all have heard that before. Most non-organic coffee has mold, pesticides, fungicides, sticks, stones, bugs, fertilizers in it. Most coffees are 3 months old to 2 years before it is sold. And the United States is the only country that accepts rejected coffee beans from other countries. Not surprising again. So our Coriolis versicolor coffee has the immune support benefit as the same as the Enforce product. It's 100% vegan, 100% natural, fair trade coffee, OCI certified, organic. It's kosher certified, SQF level 2 certified, which is a global certification, non-GMO. And did I mention it's so good? We have a few blends, a decaf, and try a bag and you'll be hooked. We've got one dark roast and is the other one?
The light roast, and then the amazing blueberry cinnamon crunch. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And I'll give you guys a little secret because it is a little pricey, but it's good coffee. I would rather have 1 cup of really good non-chemical, non-filled with bugs, insecticides, and fertilizers than to have 4 or 5 cups of the others. So it is a little expensive, but you know what I do is I use it, and then the next day I reuse the grounds. I take them out, I put them in the fridge, I reuse them the next day, and then add to them, and it kind of stretches it. And probably shouldn't be saying that, but I can trust you guys, right? That's what I do. And oh my gosh, the coffee is amazing.
Yes. So now let's hear about the minerals and the nutrition.
Yes. So, before we close out, the one thing that we know is that our animals are not getting the food that they would be getting in the wild. And I hear, a lot of times pre-show, you guys the people are talking about making their own food. And oh my gosh, I love to hear that people make their own food, but that's not feasible for everybody. We have, in my opinion, one of the best foods out there. Our food is 5-star rated, and foods have different ratings. I'm certified in pet nutrition. The sad part about the food world, and we're going to deep dive next week into it, is that 95% of all of our foods are made by Mars, Smuckers, and Nestle. So think about that. Mars, Smuckers, and Nestle, what do they make? They cook it at really high temperatures because the food industry for animals is incredibly competitive. If you go into any pet store, you just see aisles and aisles. Look at the grocery stores, aisles and aisles of pet food. It is a cutthroat, complicated, competitive business. And everybody is working for the best bottom line for their company and the highest profit margin for the people that are selling it. I mean, so what happens is they start trying to find ways. How can we cut? How can we cut? How can we cut so that we can make a better profit margin? We can sell more food. So the first thing they do is they put a really beautiful package together, and it has vegetables falling from the sky. And you think, well, this must be good, until you start looking at the ingredients. I mean, they have convinced us that corn is good for dogs. And unfortunately, it's not. Fillers, byproducts, meat byproducts. If you see a meat byproduct, you need to know that means that the animal is either dead, deceased, dying, diseased, or decayed. Think about that. For it to be classified, it's like roadhouse roadkill. It's like slaughtered meat for slaughter. It's not fit for human consumption. So why would we give that to our animals? Now, our animals are smart. In the days when they were out in the wild, before they were domesticated, they knew what to eat. They would be chewing on tree bark. They would be eating bones from carcasses so they could get their minerals. They know what to eat, what not to eat. They knew, they could go up to a mushroom and know whether it was a good mushroom or a bad mushroom to eat. Unfortunately, as our dogs have become dependent on us and become part of our family, they have depended on us to give them what we think is best. And the sad part about that is a lot of us really want to do the right thing. We don't know that we're not doing the right thing. I had a gentleman say to me the other day, I'm so proud of myself. I've budgeted. My dog is getting the food that the vet sells in the vet office. Well, I'm not going to mention the name, but that food is the #1 recalled food there is. It has a rating of 2 to 3 instead of 5. And why is that? Because they have a tuition reimbursement for the veterinarians. So there is a documentary called Pet Fooled, FOOLED. It was made about 12 years ago. And they just interviewed the director about a year ago as to whether she was going to make a follow-up. And she said, nothing has changed. I'm not going to make a follow-up. It's the same. Nothing's changed. She goes through the whole label reading and what to look for and what not to look for and why the companies do what they do. She talks a lot about, she lists the foods and shows who's the best, who's the worst. And the sad part is that the #1 selling food in this country, Old Roy from Walmart, is the #2 recalled food. Think about that. The #1 recalled food is the #1 veterinarian recalled food. And It makes me crazy. And it's not because we are doing things wrong. It's because we don't know any better. This guy told me how proud he was that he could afford this food, and they had scraped and scrimped and got rid of some other things in their life so they could pay for it, only to find out they were feeding a lesser quality food. Food doesn't have to be expensive. So we have wonderful foods. We have our Sequoia chicken and brown rice. And these are just little bags. I have big bags too. We have my favorite, which is the chicken sweet potato and pumpkin food, which is what my little Cody's been eating forever. We have small bags, we have big bags, and we have huge bags. If you get on our Smart Ship program, the shipping on the large bags is only $10. We have Smart Ship available for all of our other products. That's free shipping, but with the food, we do have to charge for the shipping, but it's definitely worth it. And it's cooked at low temperatures. It's all organic, and when you read the ingredients, you'll be absolutely amazed. And then lastly, we have our freeze-dried food for our dogs and for our cats. Freeze-drying food is amazing. First of all, I go in an RV a lot. This little 1 pound makes 5 pounds of food. And it smells so amazing when you're hydrating it. And you can hydrate it with bone broth. You can hydrate it with water. Some people use alkaline water. My Cody, he gets a little bit of the sweet potato pumpkin, and then we put a little bit of the dehydrated food. We make a gravy, and he literally jumps up and down and licks the spoon. And he is a 12-year-old puppy that looks like he's a puppy. So we do want everybody to know that we do have foods available, and we would love for you to become a food customer. I can't say enough about what we've done with the food and how we have done this. And somebody said, I gave up coffee, but I do occasionally drink your coffee, and it's good. It is really good. It is really, really good. It's so smooth and wonderful. And then minerals, minerals are really important. We have antlers. Antlers are really good for animals because it gives them lots of minerals. And then we have our little hemp rope toy. We have a combo, and we also have them individually. That's really good. So I don't want to take up a whole lot more time. We're going to deep dive into the basics next week a little bit. But what we want you guys to know is that helping animals live longer and healthier is probably the most gratifying thing I've ever done. Kim, I know you feel the same way. And the sheepdogs allowing us to come on for you to be able to help your animals and also yourselves is an honor. Every day we're disrupting the pet industry. We're trying to take the money out of the veterinarians. And granted, we need our veterinarians. I mean, I met with a vet yesterday, and she's putting all of our products in her practice because she's seen what it's done for the dogs that she's referred to us. So we do need our veterinarians for broken bones and car accidents and snake bites and things like that. But when it comes to the vaccines and when it comes to the nutrition, we have to be a little cautious and ask more questions, understanding that 34% of veterinarians' income comes from pharmaceuticals. And we're seeing all the veterinarian clinics, the mom and pop clinics, being bought up by the big conglomerates. So redirect and go to Sheepdogs Pets and see.com and see if there's anything that we can help you with. Email us at sheepdogpets@gmail.com, and we will answer any questions. But also, we have an affiliate program for any of those that want to be a voice, any of those that want to help us to get the message out. In the beginning, when Kim asked me about our mushroom journey and how it all began, one of the things that the co-founders decided was that they were going to try to get 1 million voices. That was their goal. They wanted 1 million voices for those that didn't have a voice. And that's why they started the affiliate program. It's very generous. It can help you pay for your dog's stuff that you get, and also you'd be helping so many. So if you're interested in that, please get back to us. Next week, we're going to go into part 2 of Back to the Basics. Don't forget sheepdogspets.com or sheepdogspets@gmail. And Kim, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I don't think so.
Well, again, we appreciate you, Kim. It's been a pleasure working with you for the past 2.5 years. We've become family. It's kind of fun. It really has. And that's the thing about the affiliate program. We're all on the same mission. So we all become family, and that's you can't beat that. So We turn it back over. Yeah. Is that pet food on YouTube? Somebody asked. I can't remember where the last time I just went in and Googled it, pet food, and it came up. So I don't know if it's a YouTube thing. It was made, I think, before the YouTube got really popular. So you'll find it. If you can't, email me and I'll find a link and send it to you. But it's very much worth watching.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Sheepdog, and send some pictures of those puppies. I'll bet they're adorable to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, we will. They are. They're so cute.
And thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Oh, we
And we'll
always,
see y'all next hump day.
yes.
Aw.
Thank you. Oh, I have to say something. This is really amazing. You're going to love this. So we had a little hospital situation where I don't want to get into all the details, but we had to go for a follow-up visit, and we went to a new doctor today, a nurse practitioner, and this was the best. I going into a doctor, I'm always like, and the first thing they did when we were in the hospital was try to push as many medications on us as possible. It was like a grocery cart. They were just like, here, take this, and we of course said, no, we're not taking anything. But long story short, the new doctor we went to today, she said, so you're not taking any medication? And to my husband, and we said, no. He said, all I do is take mushrooms. She goes, oh, tell me about those. So we started telling her. And next thing you know, she's like, well, wait a minute. We need to set up coffee. I'm all over this. I want to start offering this in my practice. And
Oh,
she's
wow.
already, yeah, exactly. She's already emailed me twice about what she's reading and what she's learning. And she's so excited. So there are good people out there in the medical field that are trying to do what's right, and whenever you
Really?
find, yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yep. Well, thank you,
Thank
Sheepdog.
you.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
We
See you
appreciate y'all.
We'll see you in a few days.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be here
So
for you
Christine
know
said
it.
hello,
Yeah.
and we look forward to hearing from her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all be safe out there in the heat and try to stay cool and get rid of that fly that's flying around.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
This
you gotta
one
get that.
fly, he's just like all over me. It's like, stop it.
Kim, do you have that necklace you can give her to
Right.
walk?
Yeah.
Oh, is that just for ticks?
I'll put the Wondercide. If I'm going outside, I spray myself with Wondercide, and it's like a Star Trek deflector shield. They come right towards me and they turn and they go away. But of course, I don't have it when I'm in the house, and we never have flies in the house. I don't know who let the flies in. So
All right.
Alrighty, have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
thanks.
All right, guys, we're going to get into the show. Where to start, right? I don't even know where to start. We got a lot to cover. We got recall on meat. We have weather events. We got 30,000 pounds in Florida recalled from Argentina.
Mhm.
We have the owner of 49ers getting caught up in a sex sting operation in Palestine, Ohio. We have, of course, as you know, Dolly Parton passing, right? 825. Right. Somebody showed me the other day. They said, wait, Dolly Parton equals 825. What are the odds, right?
Right.
So we've got a big Illuminati ritual taking place in our face. Keep in mind, she pushed the bioweapon during COVID.
Yeah, she went and got it on TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
Right. Also, Miley Cyrus was her goddaughter, allegedly. And she really liked the
Yes.
825 date as well.
I decided to release Used to Be Young on August 25th because this particular date historically has been important to me personally and in my career.
What a weirdness, huh? All right. Here is
Don't they have a Hurricane Dolly coming now?
what are the odds?
What are the odds?
Didn't they clone a Dolly?
Yes, Dolly
Dolly?
the sheep.
The sheep was the first, allegedly the first one cloned.
Yes.
So she's a high level witch, but I'll tell that to the Dolly Parton fans out there and they're still caught up in the matrix. But the world is a stage, right? On levels you can't even imagine. Right. Also, they are they're doing. We're going to get into Dolly. Well, I'm going to play this here in a second, but let me play this video. This was very interesting. Why are pharmacies turning away people who want vaccines now? Did you know that?
Yeah. Well,
They're going to go. They're here in Houston, in Harris County. They're going in the sewage and they're trying to find COVID in the sewage, which you can find pretty much anything in there, which puts out fear, right? And people run to the pharmacies to get their boosters or shots or whatever. And when they do, they're finding out they don't have them on the shelves and readily available anymore.
well, that's good, right?
Or is it? I mean, some people think it's not good.
Well, that's true.
It's kind of like your perception of what's going on. I mean, whether you're pro or anti
Diane
or
said, a lot of them are trying to do the right things now, right? They probably don't want to get caught up in something, right?
so. This is from Tom Hartman program on YouTube. I think he's going to share with us a personal situation with his wife. Let's listen to this, and then we'll get into her role during the scamdemic, where calling people wimps for not going and getting the needle in their arm.
Yeah. Shame in them.
Some people are sharing Dolly Parton in heaven with Jesus, right? Pictures and
And then some the opposite, which is
yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's really a battle of two different perceptions of who's who and what's what. Some people are saying she was Gitmo, but you'll never know.
Yeah.
As you could, right.
There's no proof of that. Like I said, you can go on and find out who's in Gitmo, but if there's another Gitmo out there, there's no record of it, and there's no one listed.
So what I'm saying is they're going to just let them die off. They're not going to come out and say, yeah, she got arrested for, trapped it, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion. It may happen, but they would lose control over society.
Well, think about it. They wouldn't understand that, and they would think something crazy's going on. So I think you're right. I think they're just going to let
them die off naturally on this world stage, and then those that can see it.
If you knew, you knew. If not, then
that's it. So
maybe you were spared that horrible.
So that's why they said the ending, I believe, won't be for everybody, because some people want everyone else to be told what they had to go research and the rabbit holes that you had to go down and the darkness you had to see. Not everybody can handle that. Okay.
True.
A lot of people will shoot and cause harm to themselves and not be able to look at life the same. It would ultimately do harm to people, and you don't want to continue that
They're causing
harm.
Trauma.
So when you go down them rabbit holes, just know the truth to know will be yours. That's why they say, if you want to know, go find it. But if you don't, if you're not spiritually grounded and you're not ready to get off into that, because you don't come out the same.
Right.
So I went down a rabbit hole last night with the whole, save the cheerleader, save the world. Remember that?
Yes, the heroes.
The heroes. Right. We're going to get into that. Here she is right here. We'll get into that here in a minute. That's a whole other subject. But that's going to bring in more of your idols. Like today is Dolly Parton. It brings up Kid Rock on these yachts with these girls. And remember, Turning Point wanted to do a halftime show with Kid Rock, just to divide the country. Oh yeah, Kid Rock. And then they had the Kid Rock and Taylor Swift thing at the rallies. They were like, "Oh, Taylor Swift needs to be quiet." I think I played that on the show. But anyways, stop idolizing these people. Think about how many people went and got that in their arm because their idol told them it was the good thing to do.
Right.
Think about how they used Hollywood.
They've always used the Hollywood or singers or rappers, right?
Presidents.
For political events, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it sways people.
Yeah, I mean, Trump told people, "Go get it." Him and Bill O'Reilly, right? Remember on the stage, and he got booed. See, all that was 6-7 years ago.
He said, "That's all right. It's all right. You have a choice.
It's okay. You have your freedoms." He said, "Yeah, free will."
Free will.
Oh. So let me get into this real quick. I'm gonna play this clip. I thought this was very interesting because I remember a few months ago I heard about. I was still hearing the COVID shot advertisements on FM radio. So something must have changed within the pharmacies. Let's see what he's saying here. And they're scared, right?
Oh,
Because they need their newest. It's like a seasonal thing now with a new formula. Go ahead.
Glenda, so I saw that earlier too. Tim Curry also died, age 80. He was famous in the Rocky Horror Show.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I went down a rabbit hole last night, guys. They're showing you right now with these singers and stuff that were on these yachts. They're putting out videos, music videos here recently about cannibalism, and that we're on like the person that they kidnapping, human trafficking, cannibalism.
And in the Epstein files, one of the tips that was called in was that someone was thrown over a boat and then eaten, right?
Right.
So,
Let's not really get too graphic because
Yeah,
I don't want to
right.
harm people.
right.
If you want to go see it, go see it. If you don't, then just keep your ignorance is blue. Stay
We
where
can
you're at.
share the link.
I'll
You
play
can
the
play
I'll
the
play the
link
clip
on
of
Gra-
that video. But, I'm just going to give you a warning before we go down the rabbit hole of all rabbit holes and why that
Well,
these
most
people
of us
happen.
have been down that rabbit hole.
Right.
The year.
So if you have the eyes to see, you can see it. And for everyone else, they're celebrating their favorite idols passing and yada yada yada, and they have no clue. But if you go back and look at their lives, right? Dollywood, right? Then you have the butterfly and the doll between the dolly and the wood. Right? We can get into the transgender or she was born a boy or whatever stuff as well. But let's just keep it. We'll talk about that here in a
Keep
minute.
it simple.
Also, be careful of what you share online if you want to keep all your friends. Right? I know people. I've heard people that they've shared some stuff about Dolly Parton and they got unfriended.
Oh yeah, yeah.
By the normies.
Because there's people that loved her. I
Let-
mean, you try to tell them that, and if they don't know anything about that, they'll turn you off.
I do this when someone passes away, I just give it 3 or 4 days. I don't just run out there and just start saying, oh, this, that, and the other. I allow time to pass
Right.
and then see where everybody's at. But just walking up to to someone that isn't awake and you tell them some shit like that, they're going to look at you and they're going to call the psych ward.
Right.
Right, or they're gonna not trust you, or they're gonna just look at you, and so that's why they say the truth to know will be yours, and the ending won't be for everybody, because you might not like the way it's going to end. You may want to be, what do they call it? You may want to be redeemed or justified, or you want the whole world to know that you were right for the last 7 years.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
And it's not about that.
You're not going to get that satisfaction or that. It's not going to happen like that. And you got to think about the well-being.
You shouldn't want it to either.
Right. Don't be selfish. So you got to really step back and think about the harm it could cause people, and
Especially right now with everyone
dark.
going through a lot of stuff, and things aren't going. Everything's high, and they're going through a lot of losing jobs. It's not the time. Earlier was the time to go down that. Really.
Right. And it's been frustrating because we're like, damn, why don't you just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off? Well, if they rip the Band-Aid off, we can be in a point of no return. You have societal collapse if everything came out. Right. So some things, like they said, the truth. If you want to know the truth, go find it, but don't expect everyone else to know or be on board with your truth.
Right.
All right. Here we go.
Yesterday to get her COVID shot because COVID is climbing in all 50 states. My wife Louise went to the local pharmacy yesterday to get her COVID shot because COVID is climbing in all 50 states right now. She was turned away because there's no current COVID vaccine available anywhere in America. This is not a minor risk to us all and should be a national scandal. It's baffling that the media is ignoring it, particularly given the consequences. A Nature study published this month from Boston Children's Hospital found that severe COVID reactivates other dormant viruses already quietly living inside us, including Epstein-Barr, cytomegalovirus.
Hold on. Epstein-Barr? Dude.
It's called the Epstein-Barr.
You didn't catch that?
Epstein and Barr.
Bro.
No, Barr.
Epstein and Barr? You didn't catch the names? You're not catching the names of the...
it really is called that.
I know.
I saw that.
But it's like, dude, you didn't think, wait, they could have came up with any other name. Why did they choose that one? And why are they naming, the daddy centers after fallen angels. Like there's certain things, like
Right.
what are we doing? So people are like super smart, highly intelligent, but they can't see in the spiritual. Like some things just fly right over their head.
Right.
and herpes simplex.
So what he did was what happened. They put out reports that there was an increase of COVID, and they all ran automatically
Automatically. And there's none
straight
there.
to the pharmacy.
Now there's none there.
Think about what happened during COVID.
But can you imagine now their fear because they really believed
Yeah, he's
that?
like you see.
Yeah, so they're going through their fear because they believed in it so much, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like trust the science,
right.
trust the experts. It's like, wait, you have common sense though. When have you ever been given a free vaccine, dude? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
They noted up to 50,000 Americans died of COVID in the 2025-2026 respiratory season, and over 10 million Americans are living with debilitating long COVID. And
Long COVID is the effects of the vaccine, allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Which is the side effects of even your prescriptions. You have side effects.
That's what
They're calling it long
what they
COVID.
say. Yeah.
It's like a cover up, like a blanket. This
But you have a mix of doctors giving mixed information. That's the problem.
Mhm.
You have some that believed in it and some that were sounding the alarm on it. So
Yeah, my brother got the shot. Who else in my family? I don't know if my grandpa did or not. I need to ask him. I know my mom did, but uh, they're fine, right? Not it, everyone's different. Just like with the childhood vaccines, not every child gets in it major side effects or autism or whatever, right? Some kids are just going throughout their lives, and it's kind of like hit or miss depending on.
earlier Nature paper out of the University of Colorado found that COVID infections can wake up dormant cancer cells sleeping in the lungs, roughly doubling the probability that lung
Yeah,
cancer.
that's what they're thinking, that Dolly would have the turbo cancers.
yeah, could be. Well, I looked it up and it said that
You
well
had
she had all these different little issues, but there was no final determination of that.
right.
Cancer survivors will die of that cancer. They also pointed out that because the vaccine reduces the severity of the COVID inflammatory response, it also reduces the chances of lung cancers popping up after people catch the disease. So the shot she was trying to get wasn't because she didn't want to spend a week in bed with a sore throat and a fever, although that's good enough. There are deadly real-life consequences to letting your vaccination and the immunity it confers slide. The lack of a vaccine and the muttering of our pharmacist about the feds led us on a search for reasons why there's no vaccine anywhere in America right now, while other countries are happily vaccinating their people as you read these words. Turns out it's mostly Bob Kennedy's responsibility. Manufacturers stopped making last year's formula long ago, and the new formula for the 26-27 season that includes the new and truly awful XFG strain was approved by the FDA.
You don't think it's weird that they have to give you a different formula every year, like it's a new car?
Right.
What do you like? What's different between 2027? What's the difference between the 2026 one and the 2025 and the 2024? Why do you?
We survived all this entire time without vaccines, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, some of them do save lives. So I'm not anti-vaccine.
Right,
Some
right.
things do.
I'm just saying.
work.
Right. I
But
mean,
yeah,
it's up to everybody. I mean, that's what I think they're going to leave it like that. But I think it was pulled for a reason. That's my belief.
allegedly, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, but they haven't made the announcement, have they?
No.
Just silently, just kind of let's pull these things off the shelf here. And,
Right.
if you notice that Trump or neither Kamala attacked each other on Operation Warp Speed and their handling of it. You notice that at the debates, they didn't even talk about it. If Operation Warp Speed was such an amazing job, then why weren't they bragging about it? Why weren't they debating each other on it?
Right.
And their handling of it. Right? We rarely hear it coming from either side.
Back in May. Last year, we got the new fall vaccine on August 27th, but that agency still hasn't granted final approval to the new vaccines, so nothing's shipping and won't until late September or October. And it's not like this couldn't have been predicted. Every year since the pandemic, we've seen a late summer wave as people travel and kids go back to school. The wave this year is particularly bad, most likely because so many people haven't gotten their boosters, and so their immunity has waned. Why the delay?
Wait, he thinks his immunity comes from the boosters?
Mm-hmm.
Your immunity comes from yourself. Like your immune, you were born with a great
Well,
immune
you're supposed
system.
to try to enhance your
You don't get your
immunity,
immune
right?
system from a formula. It's already in,
I wouldn't think.
unless you're okay. Now there's some people that just
But
have a weak
that's
ass immune system
But
and they
that's,
need something.
that's how they're advertised it. So
Damn,
they
that ain't
wouldn't
even
let-
science. If you're trying, okay, let me continue
Yeah.
here.
We're not doctors. So
No. I'm just showing you the different perspective.
Right.
Like how some people it's a good thing that they're, but for others it's bad
Right.
to
Some
not have
people
a
think
option.
this saved their lives
Right.
and is continuing to, and others don't. So, I mean, you believe what you believe, and you're not going to change that
Right.
unless there was enough data showing otherwise, which has not really been put together on a huge scale, or maybe they are and it hasn't come out yet. I don't know.
Hey? Well, Bob fired all 17 medical professionals who were members of the CDC's Vaccine Advisory Committee and replaced them with anti-vax quacks. A federal
See
judge.
that?
Anti-vax.
They fired the guys that pushed the bioweapon,
Huh, that sounds like the
and there were 17 of them.
who was it that took over the medical Rockefeller? They called all the people that used herbal medicines quacks.
Quacks. So we see where we're at here. I like this perspective. I like to play both sides. I think this is so we can understand both sides.
Right,
And
right.
because if you'd have told somebody, like I did my neighbor, hey, you might want to do some research on that thing before you put it in your arm, she thought I was trying to kill her.
Right.
Like I wanted her dead because I was a Trump supporter. That's what her son told her, that because she
Yeah.
lived out there in the sticks with us and she was a hard leftist,
Yeah.
older lady, 60-something years old, right? Her son told her, Mom, be careful out there. Them Trump supporters will probably try to kill you. I'm like, what? He told you that? Yeah, that's where
For
they're at.
real, for
That's the
real.
kind of fear they lived in of people.
Well,
Judge
the
noting their
Republican thinks the left going to do the same. So
Right. I'm like, oh my God, ma'am, I just wanted to help you just do some research. Screw it. Go get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have at it. But she came, she went, got it, the whole story. I tell it all the time, but it's just that made me realize what we're up against.
yes,
And it also made me realize people has free will and there's nothing you can do to stop them from doing whatever the hell they want to do.
that's right.
So get the hell out of the way. They want to cut their wee off, get the hell out of the way. Right?
Yeah.
Like all this stuff, like everyone has free will, and you just have to respect that.
That's
Right.
what. Right. That's freedom.
Whether they want to be
Their
a tranny
freedom is
or
to let
please.
them make their own choice. You
Yeah.
can give them documentation or literature maybe, but that's about it. They'll ultimately be the ones that make their own decisions.
Lack of genuine qualifications stayed Bob's appointments in March, along with Bob's rewriting the childhood vaccine schedule. So the committee that authorizes your insurance company to pay for your shots has been legally frozen for 5 months. If you want a shot, be prepared to fork over $100 or more. Bob
now
also
they're
canceled
making them pay for it.
22 mRNA vaccine research projects worth close to $500 million. This same year that a breakthrough was announced with the development of an mRNA vaccine that knocks out the deadly skin cancer melanoma. These new mRNA vaccines are safe and effective and offer dramatic
shit.
promise for
Totally.
fighting everything from regular diseases to cancers of all types.
Wait, how are they fighting cancers if you're getting cancer that's dormant? I'm confused. You just said it's fighting the cancers, but yet when you get the damn thing, turbo cancers pop up because of what you already had dormant in your body.
But he's not listening to what he's actually saying.
No, he contradicts himself. Like, what is it?
Right.
Are the vaccines killing cancer or are they causing it? Which one, dude? Pick a lane.
Right.
And like, look at all the books behind him. I don't give a shit how many books you got behind you. If you ain't got common sense,
That's
none of
right.
that shit you read matters. You can research, study. I don't give a shit. You can get a doctorate's degree and be the dumbest person on the planet. when it comes to like common sense things, right?
Right.
Because they're made in a lab instead of grown in eggs like the conventional flu and many other vaccines, they can be quickly and inexpensively mass produced, something that's particularly useful for rapidly mutating viruses like Ebola or COVID or the flu. And just 2 weeks ago, with Bob standing next to him, Trump signed an executive order.
Oh, how about that flu? Right? How about that flu? We get a flu shot every year, and yet you still get the flu.
Yeah.
We've had a flu vaccine for 78 years, and we still have the flu.
I got one time, that one time when I got the flu from it after I got it. And I would never felt so bad.
That's what.
And I said, never again.
Well, they tell you
That
when
was years ago.
they tell you right there in your face that it's a flu shot, so they're covered.
Right.
Yeah,
It was
it
awful.
says it in the title. It's a flu shot.
I was like, I should have took the chance of getting the flu then.
See, they make the in the
It was
military.
awful.
In the military, they make us get the flu shot every year, whether it be nasal or a shot.
Mm.
All right, so I think that's enough of that. I just wanted to show you that on that. I'm gonna go switch gears here to Miss Dolly Parton in her role.
Well, hey, it's
Hi.
me. I'm finally going to get my vaccine. I'm so excited.
Okay, why are you making an announcement to everybody? Because you want your fans to go get it.
Propaganda.
Yeehaw!
I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So I'm very
I got this clip from MJ Truth on Ultra on X, and this
happy
is
to shot today.
cool.
And I wanted to tell everybody.
How much you get paid to say that? Did y'all ever ask that?
Oh, you know she did.
Money, money, money.
I think you should get out there and do it too. I even changed one of my.
She didn't tell you to do your research before you make a decision. I think you should do it too.
That's how they do it. They use the influencers like
And she
that.
looks like damn, but she does look like Miley Cyrus, like with
She
her eyes.
does.
See that? Miley Cyrus must have played around.
Songs to fit the occasion. It goes, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Because once you're dead, then that's a bit too late. I know I'm trying to be funny now, but I'm dead serious
Damn
about the
serious.
vaccine. I think we all want to get back to normal, whatever that is. And
That
that would be a
never
great
happened.
shot in the arm, wouldn't it? If we could get back to that. But anyhow, I just wanted to encourage everybody because the sooner we get to feeling better, the sooner we.
Does that say Vanderbilt Health?
Yeah, it sure does.
Who's at Vanderbilt's?
Like Gloria Vanderbilt.
Oh,
We are going to get back to being normal. So I just want to say to all of you cowards out there,
Wow.
don't be such a chicken squat. Get out there and get shot. Anyway, that's my message to you. So I am going to call on my friend, Dr. Najia Boomrod, that's worked in research here at Vanderbilt. That's where I am today. And he's going to pop me in my arm.
uh-oh.
Her doctor's name was Bumrod. B-U-M.
Say that again.
Her doctor's name was Bumrod. B-U-M-R-A-D.
Is that what she said? She's gonna pop her in her arm.
Hopper.
Oh my goodness.
And Dr. Najia Boomrod.
Bumrad.
Brad.
Bumrad.
Not
That's
Chuck.
worked
Bumrad.
That's a weird ass name.
in research here at Vanderbilt.
Those were the only immigrants they approved of, might I say, is the doctors. You notice that? Is the Indian doctors and the other doctors from all over the planet that came here to do all this shit. You notice some of those are foreigners?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I am today. And he's going to pop me in my arm.
Damn.
And so I'm going to call him in. I'm going to mask up first, though.
Oh,
because I have a
shit.
pretty
Why
good
ain't you
history.
masked up right now, though? Oh, so now I'm going to get COVID? Oh, my
he's
God.
not in there, but the cameraman is.
Oh, shit. She's going to get mad. Well, if the vaccine saved her, then why does she need to wear a mask?
Because she hasn't got it yet.
Oh, well, her doctor should have had it, and since it worked, right? He should have been the first one.
Just for me in the camera. So I'm proud to put
Oh, and it matches her outfit. That's so
Of
cute.
course.
What's the deal with the hands covered? Like, what is that?
It's cold.
this on. and get that on. Get my hair back around so I look good. You know,
Does it bring back memories?
Gotta look
Okay,
good to
Dr.
get that
Noel, get in
vaccine.
here and give me a shot. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah,
So
You've been
here comes the lab coat syndrome.
to see you, and thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, well, thank you for helping me out. You've been here for years doing research at Vanderbilt, and you and I have been friends forever, and I thought it was only appropriate that you.
Has she ever allowed the public to see her doctor's visits before?
No.
Would you allow the cameras in your doctor's visit for the world to see you and your doctors
No.
patient to patient?
That's right. It's propaganda.
This is propaganda.
Mhm.
This is how they used it to get people to do something they normally wouldn't do,
Right.
and they use your idols to do it.
Should be the one to give me my shot today.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad that you're here and that you're giving a great message, and we're ready.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wait on you. I
Okay.
hope you practice. I even had a little cutout in my shirt. I matched it over here because I'm sure you can just reach down in there and surely find a muscle somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna wait for you.
Boy, she's
All
excited.
right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
She's so scared of COVID, she's laughing.
All right, do what you gotta do. You're the doctor. I'm just.
Do you think she really got it, or do you think
I
this
didn't know
was
he was
like
gonna be
the
so
shot
clumsy.
that
Oh,
heard around the world?
you made it.
Shot. And I hope this don't look like it does on TV, where it looks like they're driving an ice pick in yarn. Okay.
Now, let me ask you, I have two questions to ask you. Do you
Okay.
have any bleeding disorders?
No,
Any serious allergies, anaphylactic reaction?
no.
Okay, we're ready.
I think I'm good to go. So,
Right? Are you going to let her read the informed consent paperwork as
Right.
well, or are you just going to ask her if she has bleeding disorder? Going to inform her what's in the shot?
I'm going. I'm going.
You're so brave. We got to watch this because people got to remember you can't let this shit happen again. You got to wake up.
Well, it didn't take this long to film 9 to 5, Dr. Naji. Okay. I'm still waiting. Well, I've been waiting since December. I've been in line. Okay, here I go. All right.
December.
Man, they took pictures of that. They got a cameraman in there. Why has he got his hand covering the needle thing so you can't see if it's going in or not? Puts the fake needle. Would you want everybody to see it?
Well, if she got
You
turbo
got it?
cancer,
I got it.
Okay.
maybe
That
she
didn't
did.
hurt. Just stung a little bit, but that was from the alcohol pad, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Let me
All right.
actually put a.
A Band-Aid? No. Mess up my beauty mark?
Okay.
I'm joking. You do what you gotta do.
See all the small talk and all the laughing and the giggling and shit. It's all part.
Hey,
Witches do this shit often.
I did it. I did it.
She took her
Well,
mask
hey.
off. I guess because she got her shot, she could take her mask off.
Yep.
All right. So she passed away 8/25. Dolly Parton equals 8/25, right? Which is they're doing basically a ritual again. Like I said, whether she really got it or not, or whether it caused her harm or not, who knows? Only time will tell. Later in the future, we'll find out. Your grandkids will be taught about it, maybe in school. I don't know.
I'm sure. I think
we-
that will come out. I think I was reading because I was looking into that. The reason why they haven't got it because, like they were talking about the bears and how most of it's not reported, or they put it down as something else, so that actually there'd be no way of telling because the way it's documented and put down. The only thing that said would make is lawsuits. A bunch of people that have actually had damage that would bring on lawsuits. That might bring the information out and their personal testimonies. So we really need more personal testimonies.
Well, there's millions. Well, there's being silenced.
But yeah, there's a lot of people that
They're
they
putting it
say
out.
it, but they haven't voiced it in a like a video or something. Or
Some people still aren't connecting the dots.
right.
like even locally, they're just, I'm noticing people that are, my neighbors think that my neighbor went to a basketball game, got sneezed on, came home, got sick, and went to the hospital and died. Like they're not even, that's it. And they just say it's from COVID. I'm like, no, it's in the protocols at the hospital.
Right? Yeah, they don't connect it.
And I've seen a basketball referee. He was a 67-year-old man. I can't remember his age, but he's older. The only reason he survived was because he ran up and down the basketball court and kept
Yeah,
his lungs strong.
he was in good
His
shape.
doctor was shocked that he walked out of the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he was in his home. He was in his home, and we were doing a remodel in there. And I got to talk to him and hear his story. But he was like destroyed though. He'll never be able to referee a basketball game again.
Yeah, he damaged his lungs.
He was just grateful to be alive. But hey, let's take Dolly Parton's Glass Ball here.
I see a friendship.
So do I.
And that song, I see that country song you started writing. I see it finished by you and me, and it being a hit.
Falling in love with the one that you're kissing while the one that you're missing is home or gone. Oh,
Okay, where's my
I don't
pencil
know.
paper? We're going to finish that, though. I do
think
love
so?
that. I do.
Does anybody have a crystal ball like that? Anybody like that? Anybody ever seen that?
I
Just
see a
sitting at their
friendship.
table? What's that about? So this is the guy from AC/DC, After Christ Devil Comes,
Yep.
the Deception. Didn't he sing Highway to Hell?
Yep. AC/DC.
All right. These are high-level witches. All right, so let's move on to, wait, let me see if I got anything after this. All right. Kid Rock's next on the idol list for tonight's roasting. We're going to roast his ass. Right? He's connected to the whole the yacht club. They take these women from these clubs. When they go to the clubs, they go dancing, and then they take them and kidnap them and bring them on the yachts, and then they never come back. But they serve up these women to, I think Bono was a name, Kid Rock was a name in the books. They're friends with what's the other guy? James Blunt, the guy that sings that song "Beautiful" that everybody played at their weddings. He just put out a song where it shows him eating the person he kidnapped. After he took them out on a boat, they party with them for a week and then they eat them. And it says the title of the song is called "Taste Like Summer." Taste like summer. So this is the guy, and we're gonna get into this, but here's the song. Right there it is. Taste like summer. It's talking about your skin. Taste like summer, and then we see different right there with the person in the back with a. So this is the guy that was the famous singer that was laying there naked for the young 18-year-old girl that just passed, actress that just passed. This is the guy right here that she says was laying there. But right here, it shows him kidnapping somebody after picking him up. All right, I can't really play it, but I can kind of clip through it. Here he is in the car, put a bag over his head.
Or you can mute it.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
Look, can I? Screw it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play
I
it.
think you can mute it and it won't give you a copyright. Or you can talk through it. Talk through it.
So he's going on a boat. I'll just do clips, short clip like this, and then here he is throughout the video, looking over at his victim, future victim, and everybody's like, "What the hell is going on?" There he is, bag over head.
Uh-huh.
Lunty's nightclub where everybody's beautiful. Right? Then he takes them out on different excursions after kidnapping. He dances with them right here.
Hold me closer while you can.
Look at this shit. Weird.
They go to an island too in that.
Look, now he's dancing with his victim. Future victim. All right. Pause it. Here we are right there. Here we are right here.
drinking with them. Like he has them there for several days.
Now this just came out
Yep.
just the other day.
We'll share the link and you can watch the whole thing.
Mhm.
We don't want to get caught.
James Blunt, if you look at the JB, that's your twin pillars, the J and the B pillar on a Freemasonic rituals. Right? So they do this with they say these actresses and actors have to do. They have to go out there and get sexually assaulted by somebody on a yacht. Part of their ritualistic sacrifice way of welcome into the business. But what they had to do was they had to separate that little girl from her family and friends.
Yes.
And once they do that,
Yeah.
in comes the woman that's going to open the doors for your future.
And they said that's part of the Masonic ritual too. They open the opening of doors, right? Yeah, it's like Hannibal.
Knock,
yeah.
knock. Like Trump said, I have a friend. His name's Hannibal Lecter. Remember that?
And a really good friend.
Because he wasn't lying. These people are literally eating people on these yachts.
Yeah.
Look, they're out in places. Weirdo. He doesn't even look the same. His eyes are ain't. He doesn't even look like the
No, it
same
don't
singer
look like the same person
from that sang the song "Beautiful"
originally.
back in the 2000s, early 2000s. Remember, everybody played it at their funeral. I mean, a funeral. Well, probably so. It probably was their funeral. They played. You're beautiful. You taste so beautiful.
I telepathically slipped that in there to sheepdog.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
But yeah, and then it says you don't want to end up like this guy, so wake the hell up.
Did you show the menu?
Look, here it is. We're gonna see the menu.
No. That's this horrible
Look.
video.
Oh man, yeah. Look at him. They're all dancing in the back, with his back over his head.
Yep.
You're beautiful. Uh-oh. Look, there's the menu.
Yeah.
Who's on it?
Him.
You. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sure
like
that this
just
really happens too.
in your face. But
Starter.
this video connects with the lady that was handling open the doors for that Peyton. What's her name? Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all connected to
Look.
her and her death.
Look, if you show up right here, this is when you pull out your gun. You go, oh yeah, I've been packing the whole time, buddy. Pop, pop.
Yeah.
But you, check it out. And his eyes get big. That is the terrifying. Sticky toffee pudding for dessert. Look at him. Now he's dead in the, unalived in the pool. Look at him. Right?
Yep.
Now this video just dropped. Tastes like summer. Uh-oh, here we go. Get that blood.
There's that lady eating with him.
Look at that chicken. Watch the way he eats this. Who kisses their chicken like that? Yummy. Tastes like summer.
Wow. Isn't that horrible? Isn't
Let's
that
go
crazy?
Hey, what do you think the comment section is going to be like?
Oh.
I know.
This comment section is exactly what I hoped it would be, somebody said. Hold on, let me. The monsters were never under our beds, guys. They were on our TV screens.
I'll share the link to the video.
There's Ted Nugent and Dolly Parton doing a song.
Right. They
Look at-
were on our TV
The
screen.
monsters, right. It's part of a ritual to tell everybody what they're doing. It's darker than you can ever imagine. I regret losing the comfort of being naive. Ignorance is bliss, like they say. That's why some people I say don't go down this if you're not ready. If
What?
you're not going to look at things the same.
I know I didn't when I went down all that. Yeah, you look at everything differently. Right.
Justice for Hayden Pinteri and all the other victims.
Yep. It's
so
darker
this
than
is
you can imagine. Someone said, I regret losing the comfort of
Naivety, being naive.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, it does something to you. Yeah, it's true.
Well, when people realize that these celebrities are exactly the way they show it, and it's not just the celebrities, guys. This could be somebody in your neighborhood.
Right? You said, well,
That's
not
right.
hiding it anymore. Rather blunt about it, in fact. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why his name is James Blunt. Hey,
He's
guess
just
what?
bluntly telling you.
He did a song with Ed Sheeran. You know who that is, Nadine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ed
yeah,
Sheeran.
The singer.
yeah.
Why does his last name say she ran?
Ed Sheeran, right?
It's his name breaks down to she ran.
Huh.
I thought that was weird. I didn't see it till I connected them together. I went, wait, they're friends? Oh wow.
There's a lot of that stuff when you look at it. I can't
So
really look at their names anymore, without doing that.
so the JB is the same thing with the JB, the Joe Biden, the pillars, the 10 and the 2, Mickey Mouse clock, right?
Right.
Right. Every time you go look for a clock, a wall clock, it's always set at 10 and 2.
Always.
Go shop for a clock online, a little wall clock. It's gonna say 10 and 2. That's gonna have the left hand, right hand, Mickey Mouse clock. 10 and 2.
Someone said shoving it in our face is absolutely sickening. Yeah, right. They're not even shy about it.
He's not even hiding it. This is crazy. The monsters, whatever, in their beds, they're on TV. This is a confession. This is a man just rubbing it in our faces. Everyone should screen record this for when they remove it. No, they ain't removing it. Thanks for letting us know. This is sick. Wake up, everyone. How blunt can you get? People, wake up. People are finally starting to realize who the real monsters are. Sounds like a confession, definitely the weird vibes. Turns out he's not chasing any monsters away. He's the monster.
Right.
We really are living in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, go watch the Black Mirror episode.
This definitely is giving off American Psycho vibes.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you look at him from where he was to where he is now, two totally different people. I'll show you here in a minute.
Even his nose looked different.
What if the original guy got eaten and this other guy, they always take the character of that person?
And they got some crazy soulless thing in there.
Because once you go that, you can't return back. Once you drink the blood or eat the flesh, that's it. You're
Right.
cursed for life.
Right.
Right. So what a sick video. Justice for Hayden. There's no saving us. And the woman he's toasting with, this song feels more like a message. They not only put it in our face, but mock us at the same time. There's no saving them. They're literally telling you everything you need to know. Now listening carefully with eyes to see and ears to hear. I'm just waiting for his producers to turn off the comments. They're not. This is the video. This is D-Class.
Yeah, that's what
So this could have been AI or CGI created. He's probably already, MIA.
Yeah, because he looked different. He does
Yeah.
look different.
Kidnapping, cannibalism, and unaliving a hitchhiker. This is what the video depicts. This is so wrong in so many ways.
Yeah.
Well, nobody cared when they did the KFC commercial and they ate the people.
Right.
And
yeah.
the Super Bowl ad.
Dipped him in the gravy.
Dipped him in the gravy. What do you mean? You act like this is the first video you've seen cannibalism.
Well, right. But
mean,
this one was more like direct.
Even Tom
instead
Petty.
of just assuming.
Even Tom Petty ate them like in a music video. Remember he did it and he took them and like
Yeah. Yeah. And it
after
said,
eating,
don't come down here no
don't
more.
come around here no more. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This ain't what you're looking for.
No, get out of the rabbit.
Hey!
That was Alice in the rabbit hole.
Hey, everybody wants
Get
to
out of the rabbit hole.
Everybody wants to live the lifestyles of the rich and famous until they end up on the menu. Rest in peace, Hayden. The comment section has given everyone some hope. Yeah, it is, because it's boom, boom, boom. There isn't nobody asleep in the chat. That's unheard of. So we've come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of sick video is this?
A sick video.
What do you think it is, dude? Wait. When they show you what they are, believe them. They no longer hide their ways at all.
Mm-mm.
No coincidence. He dropped this at the same time he's a monster. Wow, Satan ain't even trying to hide it all anymore. So when they tell you who they are, believe them. Oh my God, just say, okay, so on and so on. Demonic activity. Find everyone involved in making this. They're all complicit. Right? So the altar, after the David situation, music videos like this are usually telling you a true story. So they're telling you justice for Hayden. Now we're going to get into Hayden. We're going to get into a little video quicker. Let me show you what he used to look like.
Yeah, to me, he looked different. His nose and his eyes look different.
Here, let me go right here. I saved a couple of here it is, right here. Tell me what you think. See? Different. Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
Look at his eyes. The guy on the left.
Yeah,
This is like
way older. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's like a lot of years, but That's way older.
And his nose looks a little wider on the left.
Yeah,
than on
different
the right.
nose.
The eyes are different.
This is
Yeah.
when he had a soul, maybe, and when he lost his soul
Or he got replaced.
or replaced.
I don't know.
They got eaten.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was on the menu. Yeah, he showed up to one of those parties.
Yeah, that's what the
They invite you.
Hayden girl was talking about. They do these parties on yachts, and they get abused, sexually abused there, and all sorts of stuff. Then they do it on the water. That's how they get away with it.
Why do they do it on the water? To explain why doing, because I caught on to this when I went on a cruise.
It's the same reason why they do it up in the airplanes.
Well, that's a maritime kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because
the laws change.
the laws change when you're on water or in the air.
Think about that.
These little pricks. What a bunch of
Yep.
yeah. Oh my god.
Because when you pull out to sea on a pleasure on one of those cruises, right? The Carnival cruise.
Yeah.
I think you could be 18 and under 18 and drink. And drink. I went, wait, what do you mean? I thought it was
the laws
21.
are
They went,
different.
no, we're out to sea. And I went,
The
oh.
laws are different. Yeah.
Now I get why they stay out to sea. Right? Then, I mean, we get away with kind of a lot of things in the Navy too out to sea. But yeah, it changes the whole jurisdiction.
Right.
So maybe that's the issue of why you're not seeing a whole lot, because all that shit happened on water and on yachts. Trump said somebody's wife left him that had a yacht.
Yeah.
And like an island would still be land, right? Or would it be different from land because it's an island?
Well, it's a different jurisdiction, but it still has. Well, I guess it depends on what the island is, and if it falls in one of a country's jurisdiction,
or even if anybody knows the island it exists.
But I guess it would be considered land.
Yeah. Well, look at that. Look at Epstein Island. That fell under local government right there. They had to take an airplane from across the water to fly over to the island.
Right.
It might have to be like a certain amount of miles or something away.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
All right, now they're probably going to hit me with that. So I'm like, you get it, right? Here, now let me get to where he's a little older. Well, okay, now check this out. I'm gonna mute it. I think he's living.
You're beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a Milli Vanilli type situation there.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like. Yeah, it doesn't. There was something off. There was something off with it.
Look in their eyes, guys. If you want to know what's up, the eyes are a window to a man's soul.
Yes.
All right, you can spot a psychopath out real quick. But I mean, don't do that to everybody. Don't judge everybody. I'm not saying that. Now you're gonna have to have more things that you need to observe.
Yes.
But when you got to compare it like this, that's what happens when you lose your soul. Nobody's home.
Oh, that's not him.
Oh, that's not him. Oh, here he is with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Ed Sheeran from now on. Yeah, here he is with Ed Sheeran doing a duet. So come on, man. You know he got invited or had to have known something.
It may be over, but it's
They say even the devil can sing.
Yeah.
The angels, Satan's angels, he was all about the music.
Yes.
That's why they sell their souls, because they want to have that gift that they might not naturally have, or that platform. In order to get it, you have to do some things, right? Just like in the Bible, when the devil sends Jesus out there on the cliff and says, all this could be yours.
Yep.
Even the devil can bless you.
Oh yeah. Material stuff.
All right, so there's Ed Sheeran. Let me go back here. Let me see what else I got. I got something else I want to show you here. All right, the rabbit hole gets a little bit. I really don't.
The Hayden name.
Yeah, let's go here. Now, here's his latest videos from 7 days ago. He says he's not going to sell out. Okay, so he's telling them, I'm not going to sell out. I'll do whatever. So they told him to get in the dress and eat a hot dog, and he did.
Yeah.
Watch. Now he's going to dance.
No wonder James Blunt quickly deleted all the comments on his new music video right after Hayden Panettiere's passing. Carrie Fisher's daughter exposed his revolting true colors with just one remark. In Blunt's music video for Taste Like Summer, a masked, bound figure is clearly presented as the main course on the menu. When questioned by netizens, Blunt replied, "He was yummy, seemingly just a tactic to grab listeners' attention." Yet following Hayden's death, Blunt rushed to erase this comment. Even the exchanges "don't eat skin" and "don't eat yellow snow" were wiped entirely. Why rush to delete these old comments at this exact moment? Billie Lourd, Carrie Fisher's daughter, lays it all bare. Her mother Carrie struggled with severe addiction. As Carrie's friend, Blunt not only failed to dissuade her, but encouraged her and even took part alongside her. Carrie tragically passed away as a result. To this day, Billie refuses to exchange a single word with Blunt. In her view, Blunt's conduct hastened her mother's death. In Blunt's own book, he brought up this incident himself, yet showed no remorse at all.
No, they don't show no remorse.
Morning.
All right, and he's going to talk about it too, but we're going to go back here.
No wonder James Blunt.
Go back here. Where's he at in a tutu? Yeah, they put him in a tutu. Did I save it? No. So this kept me up all night last night. I was like, I couldn't sleep for shit. So when I was flipping through and I went, oh my God. So I finally decided to go down the rabbit hole and look into it. And I was really wanting to know who the guy was on the yacht that she was talking about. I was like, who's this fucker on the yacht that took advantage of her when she was 18 or 7, however old she was?
Yeah.
She realized that when they put her in the bed with him and she ran, she tried to hide on the yacht, that they didn't have compassion for her. And that's when she realized she was already out to sea.
She was all by herself and no one was going to help her. With the people on
Breaking news, actress Hayden Panettiere.
Right, and she had contracts with Neutrogena commercials, and Neutrogena is made by Johnson & Johnson. So all this goes into the vaccines as well.
Yeah, they broke
pharma.
it down, the different ingredients in Neutrogena, how it does something to them.
And your sunscreen,
Yes.
all that stuff. So she had postpartum depression after she gave birth.
They're found in cardiac arrest before she died. That's according to the Greenville County coroner in South Carolina. In a press release.
So they said she overdosed from opioids and alcohol.
I know.
She was a vegetarian. She dated one of the actors on there, and then when they got her to break up with the actor, that's when everything started with the lady that we were fixing to. I'm gonna introduce you to the lady that used to date Kid Rock that was involved in all this trafficking.
Right. And he was on the yacht parties too.
Guys, they would have clubs where you think it's a club, and they would come in and empty out all the clubs of the women and take them out to these islands, and the only thing left in the club was the DJs.
That's it, yeah.
So were these clubs really just not really clubs,
Or
but places for
front
people to
clubs.
think? Front clubs, yeah. They would just, man.
Rounding them up.
I was struggling with mental health and anxiety and the postpartum.
The star was overcome
Yeah, this was one of her last interviews,
with postpartum
or
depression
second to last.
after the birth of her daughter in 2014. She says the loneliness.
What causes postpartum depression is what he's fixing to research. Okay. Did that have anything to do with what Okay, vitamin deficiencies, vitamin D, B12, folate, and B6. Okay, so her being a vegetarian had nothing to do with it, so he looked into the skincare commercials.
Don't just clean, deep clean and invigorate your skin. New Neutrogena Deep Clean Invigorating Scrub. If your moisturizer leaves an oily finish behind, imagine what it's doing to your pores.
Okay, check this out. So does the stuff in Neutrogena cause those kind of issues after women have babies?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It says yes, because he researched. Hold on, let's go back because I want you to see this. It's PHTA THALATES, and postpartum. I guess that's a chemical in Neutrogena. Yes, there's legitimate research connection between that word. Okay, who owns Neutrogena? Johnson and Johnson. Settlement approved. Most ingredients in plant-based Neutrogena makeup remover toilets are synthetic. Greenwashing lawsuit says. Go back here. Settlement approved in Neutrogena Naturals class action lawsuits. And this stuff doesn't even get put out on the media because the big pharma donates to your media as well, right? Brought to you by Pfizer, right? You remember those commercials during the Super Bowl ads or during the sporting events or during everything was brought to you by Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson and whatever the hell. Man, a lot of Pfizer though. So they have dangerously high levels of carcinogenic. You have benzene, therapeutic shampoos, the shampoos. All right, study finds association between elevated, what's called phthalate levels and increased risk of postpartum depression.
That's crazy.
Makeup remover, your Neutrogena makeup remover.
Gina is recalling some.
Hey, they say the cloth is plant-based, but not the chemicals.
Right.
Look at the wording. Plant-based cloth. 25 wipes.
Popular makeup wipes. Neutrogena recalling it.
Johnson & Johnson recalling its sunscreens after traces of a cancer.
Look, is that your beach defense?
Yeah, sunscreen.
Recall sunscreens after cancer-causing chemicals found.
See, once people love these products, they just look past it. They're like, oh, it won't happen to me.
Right.
They're already hooked unless you're waking up.
That's right.
Cancer-causing agent.
So when I got that call that Neutrogena wanted to fire me over that, and my representative at the time said, that's illegal. You can't do that. And even though
Did Johnson & Johnson manufacture opioids, which is what she allegedly died of in alcohol? Yes. Johnson & Johnson agreed to pay up to $5 billion. You know they can pay trillions of dollars in lawsuits a year and they still make a profit? Did you know that? That's how much money they make.
Linda said Neutrogena fired her after 10 years.
Yeah.
When she said she had postpartum depression.
Yeah. Which was linked to the chemicals in the. Okay. So this is bigger than we can even imagine.
No wonder James Blunt.
Right. This is bigger than we can even imagine. And wait till we get to this. Here we go. Watch this. This is where the Kid Rock thing comes in. This is where the lady that she met, because she started very young.
Oh, when she was a baby. She was in a commercial.
This channel, this is from, I'm going to share the channel here. Nora Jasmine did this channel. She has 215,000 subscribers. She has 110,000 views on this 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the rabbit
It's a
hole.
good one. I posted it.
This one kept me up. This one kept me up last night.
I posted it in the chat, I think this morning or last night, but check it out. Send the link again.
I didn't sleep last night because of this shit. I saw myself when done with the rabbit holes, but I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep last night, so I just started flipping channels and I found this and I went, wait.
It's going to be brought up again.
Here's the link for
this stuff because it is. Well.
Yeah. These are good videos if you want to educate somebody, maybe a neighbor or something that may have a time. Like I told my neighbor, I showed one of my neighbors a video with MonkeyWorks about the flock cameras and that whole system set up, and he said, "This is what he said. Damn, that's a 20-minute video." I went, "Okay, you don't have a minute?
20 minutes is nothing."
You know what I mean? They got all the time in the world to be ignorant, but when it comes time to like they're because they're all asking about the flock cameras surrounding our neighborhood. Well, here it is. So I was like, yeah, man, it's only 20 minutes. Then I put it on fast forward, whatever, let them see it. But yeah, Some people just don't got the time. But here we go. Let's continue. This is a 58-minute video. I'm only going to play about 5 or 6 minutes, and that's the first 5 or 6 minutes is going to pretty much, and then
you should watch the whole thing.
You got to watch the whole thing.
It's really good.
She did a really good job here. I put the link in the chat for this video already. You grab it. So this is from the Rosie O'Donnell show.
Well, hi, Hayden.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I've met you before.
Yeah, it was at the Emmys, right?
At the Daytime Emmys.
I didn't want to bother you because you seemed a little nervous.
Did I seem nervous?
Just a little.
Yeah, are you a lot like that?
Yeah.
Feisty, kind of?
Oh, well, I guess.
Bosnia!
I sense a little bit of a Britney Spears MK Ultra, the way she answered that, like a trigger word. See how she did it? Like, pay attention.
Well, I guess.
Right, just how she went. It's you got to pick up on it.
Well, I guess.
Bosnia!
I am mortified. All these rumors started.
You're not
All right.
like an international
Diane
sex
Jenkins.
trafficker.
This is Diane Jenkins. She is so not a madam and so not a sex trafficker, says her suit. You're like, what the hell's going on here? Anyways, let's watch this. Also, yeah, here we go.
And
Hey, y'all wanted the Epstein class. Y'all thought it was that. So how are they going to do? How are they going to tell you? How are they going to let you know? You wanted the rest of the files, right? You wanted to know who was trafficked to who and who did it all. Well, you're going to have to follow along with the things that are coming out with these actors and actresses as they pass. Because it seems like after they pass is when the truth comes out. Dolly Parton, buckle up, because she just passed. So a lot of stuff's fixing to come out about her.
and madam of high class prostitutes. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It's honestly so ridiculous. I just didn't want the party to stop. And took it a little bit too far.
She passed away recently, like a few days ago on August 16th, 2006. Hayden was a famous actress known for her roles in the show Heroes and the show Nashville, as well as she was in the Scream franchise. She actually began working in the industry as a baby. When she passed away, she was only 36. She was actually just about to turn 37, and she had just released her memoir a few months earlier, and the memoir was entitled This Is Me, A Reckoning. And it was in this memoir that sort of kicked up these old rumors about Diana Jenkins.
Bosnia!
I am mortified. This is back to front.
What?
And Diana Jenkins, she is...
Look at that look. Look at it. Look at her mouth. Look at her lip. Look at Paris Hilton. She was like a sex kitten as well. MK Ultra. Guess what they owned? All the hotels.
Yes.
Right. Look at all the guys that she dated. Kid Rock was one. A few other people. I mean, everybody. They were passed around. All your musicians were being trafficked. I don't know about all, but most, especially the high ones. The more famous you are, more likely you were to be passed around.
A socialite, a divorcee. She's also a business owner.
It was at Lindsay Lohan. She lost her mind. Right? Last time I seen her, she was in Italy trying to take someone's kid.
That Lindsay Lohan? Wow, she looks different.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. She owns several businesses that are pretty successful. She made a lot of money through her divorce to this guy called Roger Jenkins, aka Roger the Dodger. We'll get into all of that. So there's this book called Room 23.
Room 23, 23 of Me.
Yeah.
That Diana Jenkins published. And in this book, it's basically all these famous people taking suggestive photos at this hotel, Beverly Hills Peninsula Hotel, Room 23, specifically.
Welcome to the Hotel California. Right? They sing about it.
Oh, yeah.
Just one.
The book is called that.
That's George Clooney. You got the lady behind her.
And so it's all these celebrities in this room taking pictures that are very suggestive. And people like Amanda Bynes, Hayden Panettiere, Lindsay Lohan, the list goes on, were in this book. And this book sparked a lot of conspiracy theories talking about Hollywood, the yachting thing, escorting, trafficking, high profile networks, this and that. Adding to this drama is another book, which is Hayden Panettiere's memoir, which came out a few months before she passed. And in this memoir, she talks about this incident that people have linked to Diana Jenkins and also the singer James Blunt.
It was like a surprise. She physically put me in the bed next to this undressed man who was very famous and had his hands like this.
And that somebody she trusted, this older woman who she was friends with, that she describes as a weird friendship. She talks about being led by somebody she had grown to trust and see as a protector down some stairs in this yacht to a small room where she was put in the bed next to this undressed man who was very famous. She said that she physically put me in the bed next to this undressed man who was very famous. By the time I'd realized I was in danger, I was quite literally out to sea. And then she says that this friend didn't let her leave and closed the door.
What became ferocious, I was like, this is not happening. But I had nowhere to hide. I hid wherever I could think of to hide on a boat. But there was nobody who was going to be empathetic to my situation, that this was nothing new to them. It's been a 10-year dilemma and trauma after trauma, and just...
You know, there's a lot of details which we'll get into, but this incident that Hayden talks about in this book was linked to Diana Jenkins, who already had rumors based on this book that she was either a madam or, you know, giving like sort of Epstein vibes, but
Okay,
Hollywood.
right here, I want you to pay attention to her mouth, her tongue, and how it flicks out.
Yeah.
They tend to do that. Watch.
Hayden talks about in this book was linked to Diana Jenkins, who already had rumors based on this book that she was either a madam or, you know, giving like sort of Epstein vibes, but like Hollywood, and that Hayden was sort of a victim of that, allegedly, and that this may have contributed to her mental health issues. And that is the connection between...
Lord.
Diana Jenkins and...
Oh, damn. Slick Willie.
And with Clinton.
Hayden Panettiere.
And notice the way her skin is and how she ages differently.
Right, right.
Remember that? During the coma, how it makes them younger? Lets them hold it.
However, in this book, she talks about this incident that happened with a woman who people have speculated, and Diana Jenkins has denied, is Diana Jenkins, that put her in a very, according to Hayden, dangerous situation. And when you start to look into it, it only gets weirder, because then there's this whole thing with James Blunt, the singer who has connections with Diana Jenkins, this weird ass music video he just came out with all the symbolism of a boat and kidnapping and people being eaten. And then there's this book that he wrote where he talks about Diana and her boat and kidnapping and yacht and all this. So based on this, people started to speculate that this woman was Diana Jenkins and that the singer she was talking about, the British one, was James Blunt. And one of the reasons why is because Diana Jenkins and James Blunt, they've been friends for many years. They've partied together. They have a lot of social connections in common. James Blunt, he had this book that came out in 2023 that was entitled, loosely based on a made-up story, a non-memoir, and he dedicated the book to Diana. There's also a chapter in the book entitled Diana's Boat, where he writes about partying with this philanthropist on her super yachts. And then there was a music video that came out like 8 days ago.
Diana would kidnap the professional dancers in the club and bring them back to the boats, leaving the nightclub only with the DJ and the punters in it and the building. So was that really just a setup?
Right.
These are what the billionaires do, guys.
Right. It reminds me of that video with Epstein and Trump, where he does his finger like round them up.
It says offshore or onshore asked which boat were you on, you could simply reply, the big one. And the team she would assemble would be a gaggle of gay men, a brace of billionaires, wives, some supermodels, Kid Rock, and me. Damn, Turning Point. You wanted to have him in your halftime show, and y'all made a big stink about it. Y'all love Trump Kid Rock because he endorsed. Trump brought Kid Rock into the White House, and he had him dressed with all that red, with the red on, and he
Like blue.
and, like a patriot, like he was a patriot. I think that he's already been played. It's an actor playing it. Could be Macaulay Culkin or somebody.
Yeah, it does look like that.
But there's a reason why Trump puts him right there next to him. And he was talking about he wants to make the tickets more affordable with Ticketmaster for his fans to come see him. And also in some of his songs, it says uh, uh, something about statutory. I say that's mandatory.
Yes.
Some people call it statutory. I call it mandatory. That little midget mini me that's midget that sang with him that died.
Scott.
Kid Rock's sidekick was a midget. Yeah, he died too.
Scott, yeah. Oh, you notice he says they gave them Adderall,
They gave,
medical amphetamine,
which is the happy pill.
which
They call it
is
the happy pill.
one molecule away from meth.
So this is what they give your actresses and actors and stuff like that before they do the interviews, so they could be all perky.
Right.
A week ago or so, a little bit more.
Right. Let me pull this. I'm gonna show you a picture of Diane Jenkins with Kid Rock. Right here. Married Diana Jenkins with Kid Rock in 2007. Wouldn't surprise me if they had a fling back then. Also, look at the cross.
Yeah.
Do you think that wearing a cross means anything?
They
Right.
they wear them too.
I mean, to you and I, maybe, but
It's for optics, so you trust.
this is
them.
the public's
them.
persona.
Just like in the Epstein file, they had one of them dress up as Jesus. Isn't that sick?
So Kid Rock and philanthropist Selena Diane Jenkins have been close, longtime friends with high society and celebrity circles. Friendship at the public appearances, social circle, the musician and the Bosnian-born entrepreneur have been spotted together at numerous high-profile events over the years, including Grammy parties, the American Music Awards, and Elton John. Remember Elton John performed with the Biden administration at the White House?
Yes.
Charity balls. They were in the Malibu scene. Media profiles detailing Diana Jenkins' life in California frequently note that Kid Rock Kid Rock is part of her inner circle of close celebrity friends. So the Canis yacht trips. Their shared social life was highlighted in musician James Blunt's book, which recalled extravagant trips to the Cannes Film Festival aboard a super yacht chartered by Jenkins, featuring an electric guest list, which included Kid Rock and various other public figures like Bono and stuff like that. You'll hear about them in the video. This video I'm presenting right now.
Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, Cannes. Cannes. The Cane is the Nables. Cannibals. Again, we're talking about hate material. So it seems like after they pass, things start coming out. I think she may have been in witness protection. Possibly.
Where it's like he's kidnapping someone on a boat and the guy's trying to escape, and then he ends up eating this kidnapped person on the boat. It's called Taste of Summer, and there are these like clips of like the menu, and the starter is like you, the main course is you, so it's like eating this person. And in his dedication to Diana Jenkins in the book, he also jokes about kidnapping dancers and bringing them back to the boat. Here is the chapter, Diana's Boat. And it says, when she still had money and I still had fame, Diana Jenkins would take me to the Cannes Film Festival on a super yacht that she chartered. It was huge. When someone on shore asked which boat you were on, you could simply reply, the big one. And the team she would assemble would be a gaggle of gay men, a brace of billionaires' wives, some supermodels, Kid Rock, and me. Guests would fight to get on the boat with us. Bono would make an appearance and sing Miss Sarajevo to Diana. The designer Dan McMillan ended up being hosed down unconscious in the jet ski bay, having been sick on someone's bed. If we visited a nightclub, Diana would kidnap all the professional dancers in the club and bring them back to the boat, leaving the nightclub with only the DJ and the punters. And the boat was a place of fantastic excess. One night, I was given Adderall, which is medical amphetamine. And later, I don't have the next page, which is quite frustrating. But yes, in the dedication here, it says, loosely based on a made-up story, and he dedicates it to Diana. You are the source of so much fun. I love you. This is where all the speculation is coming from. And the thing with Diana Jenkins is she will sue you, and she has sued and won. And so she's very rich, very litigious. You know, I love that word. And so everything I say is allegedly. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to do what I usually do on my channel, which is what? Give you guys the facts. Then we'll discuss the theories, you know, as a tinfoil hat, and then you can decide for yourself. To understand this whole situation, you really need to understand who Diana Jenkins was and is. Who she was before she was Diana Jenkins was Sanela Gianna Kachik. And she was born in 1970.
It's not even a real name.
No, they don't
just
use
have
their real names.
Think about that. You're worried about somebody's anonymous name online that other patriots, other Americans, but these people change their names, and even the actresses and actors you love and cherish, that's not even their real names. Like
Either.
Huh?
Right. No, because they pick their stage names or whatever off of Gematria.
There you go.
23 in Sarajevo, which was then known as Yugoslavia, and it was communist. And she grew up in a middle-class family in a concrete block apartment. And there was a war in Bosnia when she was just a kid in 1992. And so she ended up
people
having to flee her 21-year-old.
Look at those eyes. Look at her lips are different. She must have got new lips since.
Younger brother, his name is Ernest Kachik. He was killed, shot by paramilitaries near the end of the war.
Right. They say her brother was shot, but maybe that was her. Right. So here, see her right there.
Well, they take people that has had trauma, usually. Like I said, like Hitler, when he was an orphan, and the Rothschilds came to him in the orphanage. They take people that's been through trauma. They're easier to control.
Yeah, you see these pictures already. Let's go here. I'll show you that.
Amongst Hollywood, promoting it and trying to bring awareness. And so this is really where she starts making those connections. And shortly after that is when she actually makes that book, that Room 23 book that everyone talks about. So it seems like that led to that.
Devil Without a Cause, and I'm back.
Bondia says she was on the Real House of Wives of Beverly Hills also in 2022, season 12.
Damn.
Oh.
And they say people go missing in Hollywood and Beverly Hills.
Yep.
That's what Cat Williams said, or somebody said that.
It's also at this time that her husband gets in legal trouble, and she claimed that these secret payments were concealed from her 3.25 billion pounds of $1 billion bailout, essentially to avoid
These bankers were avoiding taxes.
a UK government rescue.
That's what Epstein helped them out with.
Yeah.
With their tax.
Yeah, he was did financial.
That's what they call him, Roger Dodger.
Roger Jenkins, a former top executive of Barclays, was primarily involved in this controversy, and he and other executives were.
Hey, but if you miss a payment, they're coming to get your shit.
Well, they got
accused of
get out of it.
Fraud by the UK's Serious Fraud Office, SFO. The SFO alleged that Jenkins and two other former executives devised secret, bogus advisory services agreements, aka ASAs, to pay Qatar hundreds of millions in additional fees. Prosecutors claimed that these secret payments were concealed from other shareholders and regulators. And so Roger Jenkins and his co-defendants, they said they did nothing wrong, that these advisory agreements were legitimate, and it was needed to save the bank. And to the wife after the divorce, it's not happy. But it seems like people were, again, speculating that this could be a strategy. The timing of the divorce was like, hey, let's just, get the heat off of us or separate things or whatever. Huge charity thing with Darfur. And then there's this connection with the Qatari royal family. And then there are these allegations. Then there's the divorce. And then boom, Room 23 gets released to live vicariously through her daughter, like total stage mom. By the way, her name is Leslie R. Vogel. And
Say when you get your kids to do the Nickelodeon or the Disney thing and you hand them over to Hollywood or whoever. That's it.
Her dad is Alan Lee Panettiere, also known as Skip, who is a New York City firefighter. And she was born in Palisades, New York in 1989. And she had a younger brother named
Where they had
Jensen.
the
And
fire.
her earliest memory is
Palisades.
that she was
Yeah,
in
they
this
had the
commercial.
They had the fire at Palisades.
Uh-huh. When it looked like it got hit with a direct energy weapon, it was in Palisades.
She's giving the wink.
Yeah.
Play
Yeah,
school toy.
Man,
that was her as a baby.
damn, she was big.
I know,
Was that a
right?
boy? Why is she in blue?
Oh, right. I don't know.
Train commercial.
My own mirror.
With 10 busy activities to keep your baby happy.
I'm so happy.
When she was only 8 months old, her mother had already signed her to Wilhelmina Modeling Agency.
How did you start acting? How old were you?
I was 8 months. I started doing print, and then at 11 months old, I did my first commercial.
Yeah.
And my mom was an actress, so she really got me into it, and she's my coach now.
She is. Yeah.
So like literally before she was even 1 year old, she was already working in Hollywood. And from there, it's like she never stopped working. She was in so many things as a kid, commercials and then movies.
My brother told me to watch his chicken nuggets for a minute so no one eats them. Who ate my nuggets? Steve Thomas.
Even though stage moms are like a total common thing in Hollywood, like her mother stood out. Directors, other people that would see her on set as a kid were like, she's very controlling. It's also very bizarre. And that her mom actually at one point, she says, super glued a baby tooth back into Hayden's mouth so she would not miss an audition or have a gap in her smile. The thing is, she knew how to, quote, trigger tears on command because her mom would sit her down and like train her to cry on command. And then she would get applause and praise for expressing these intense emotions on command. So she also had this distorted view of like her emotions, expressing them and how people react. And like the more chaotic and dramatic, it seems like people respond well. And so she says that this trained her to associate catastrophe and over the top emotional responses with praise and adoration from directors, fans, and even her mother. So when Hayden was about 4 years old, she got this recurring role on the soap opera One Life to Live as Sarah Roberts. And adding to that, she said she was being bullied at school because she was the odd one out. She was missing school. She was,
Let me fast forward to
the
this.
Epstein files. Her husband,
Let's go back here.
and her name was Ingrid Sanehaven, about a decade from now. But at this point, it's just a blog post, and she doesn't sue. She doesn't do anything because not many people, I think, know about it yet. Crazy Days and Nights is seen as the reason why people were even associating Diana Jenkins with Epstein, and it's because of this tweet that apparently happened. It's deleted now because the lawsuit, I said, they had to retract.
They forgot the part about the Room 23 book being a front for celebrity prostitution and also forgot to include the picture below. She spent a lot of time with Jeffrey Epstein. Right, there he is. You know who, and you know who.
Yeah.
Everything. But in this article, they talk about it and they say that there's a link that was tweeted to a photo of Epstein and a woman suggesting that she spent a lot of time with him and that the photo shows Epstein, Trump, and Diana, but actually it's not Diana. It was a model and her name was Ingrid Sanehaven. Diana Jenkins responds to that and is like, yeah, that's not me. And also at this time when they were doing this, I was like broke, saying when these men were doing whatever they were doing, I was a broke ass refugee in London with no passport, no name, no country, no.
Victoria's Secret Angel Party. Laura Bell Club, the NYC, April 97.
Family, no one to help me, surviving on barley, any food, sending whatever I could to my parents in Bosnia.
And then she said that people put me in the same bag with these monsters.
To survive. Although she doesn't specifically appear in the Epstein files, her husband does.
That's what she had on him. That's why she got that $200 million loss for a settlement.
Probably.
Took all the shit.
And I will just...
That's probably what they set him up, get the woman in there to marry him, and then boom, they leave with their fortunes.
Show you, what I found in the files about him. And they also have led me down additional rabbit holes. So this is from August 17th, 2012. Okay. And so Epstein sends this email to Ian Osborne. And he says, I think that David Walker is going to take Barclays into the toilet. Osborne should not want the end of investment banking in Britain. Jenkins should be appointed as interim. Otherwise, it's a great short sale. Where are you? And so Ian responds and says, agreed. Is it repairable? ? I'm happy to call Osborne on this. If so, who is Jenkins? You don't mean that clown Roger Jenkins, who is under investigation, I hope. I'm about to fly from Munich to LA, but I have emailed the whole way, and I'll be available by phone after 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And then Epstein responds and says, Anthony, head of retail, a real doll. or adults. Did he mean that Roger Jenkins? Let's find out. Because the next Epstein file that we have here, okay, so this is from redacted to redacted forward, the Jeffrey Epstein and Jess Daly blackmail ring. But then there's one part here where it says, did you bother asking the FCA to investigate Roger Jenkins, who also appears to have gone to Epstein's CR parties, child R-word parties? Yours sincerely, Mark Anthony Taylor. Okay, so this seems like someone is filing some sort of complaint or submitting some information. But interesting, again, that seems like just hearsay. But again, found it, shared it, do with it what you will. So now it's 2013, and by this point, Hayden Panettiere was broken up with Vladimir Klitschko and doing well on the show Nashville. And in 2013, she announces that she's back together with Vladimir Klitschko. And by October of 2013, they are engaged. About a year after their engagement, that's when Hayden Panettiere gives birth to their daughter. And this was December 2014. And their daughter, her name is Kaya Evdokia Klitschko. She was born and the birth was traumatic. According to Hayden, she said that she hemorrhaged, required multiple blood transfusions and hours of surgery, and nearly died. And then she had really bad postpartum depression. Several months after she gives birth, she's doing this appearance in 2015 on Live with Kelly and Michael. And that's when she talks about her postpartum depression. And she says that Neutrogena was very upset by that. And Neutrogena, remember, they have that morality clause.
Yeah, the morality clause.
And she was sponsored by them, or she had a contract
where she had to have a perfect image in the public's eyes, or they would drop her.
with them. And she says that they did not like her talking about that on the show, and that they like ended things with her because of that. And of all,
Yeah, because they probably knew that there was connection.
There was they didn't want other people to start questioning.
Connecting the dots. Wait, she had postpartum and she was Neutrogena. All right, so there's that, guys. It's
Yeah, watch the video. It's really good. A lot of good information in there.
I got it in the chat.
But you'll probably see a lot more stuff like this coming out, connecting it back to Epstein files, people in the Epstein files. Right.
This was in Palestine, Ohio. This is part of the
With the stunning arrest of 49ers owner Jed York. And now a question for the NFL. York pled no contest today to 2 lesser charges after police say he was caught in a prostitution sting in Ohio.
The original charge has been reduced to disorderly.
What are the odds of him being in Palestine, Ohio, where the trains derailed, looking for love in all the wrong places?
Right.
How does a billionaire or a millionaire, what was he looking for other than a normal average woman or woman in a
Well, we talked about this.
in a trailer park?
That's how Epstein and them would.
You think they were underage?
Delane would get the girls from trailer park office, working homes.
Possibly underage.
Conduct. So what will the NFL do? A suspension could be in play, and this is something not new to 49ers ownership. Let's bring in NBC's Ali Reed at Levi Stadium for us with what happens next. Ali.
Hi, Rob and Jessica. The criminal case against Jed York is ultimately resolved as of this evening, but still lots of questions surrounding the NFL and what they will ultimately or potentially decide what conduct that he has here potentially warrants discipline and what that could ultimately mean for the 49ers. A 49ers owner, an Ohio police sting, and now an NFL review. Jed York pleaded no contest today to 2 misdemeanor charges, disorderly conduct and possessing criminal tools. The original charge of engaging in prostitution was reduced as part of the plea deal. Police say York responded to an online ad arranged to exchange $140 for sexual activity and then showed up for the meeting.
This was clearly a case they did not want to drag out. It's likely was very strong against Mr. York. Certainly the conversations he may have had with these undercover officers suggested this is exactly what he wanted to engage in with prostitution.
York was arrested Sunday as part of a prostitution sting in East Palestine, Ohio. His legal team also tried to have the case record sealed, a request that was denied. The 49ers say they have nothing more to add. The team says it's a legal matter that's been resolved, but the NFL's review is just beginning. The league says it's aware of the matter and will review it under the personal conduct policy. That policy applies to owners too. do.
Anytime they're subject to a criminal proceeding, and it doesn't have to be a conviction even.
And the league does not have to wait for a criminal conviction to act. The policy gives the NFL authority to impose discipline if it determines conduct violates league standards, including a fine or suspension, and in extreme cases, removal from the league.
Since Jed York did plead no contest, I would expect either a fine or a suspension or both for Jed York.
But when and how the NFL responds is up to the league.
And a lot of this falls under the discretion of the commissioner.
And for the 49ers, there is another issue here, keeping this from becoming a distraction as the season gets underway.
But it's up to the leaders in that building to make sure that the team continues looking forward toward that September 11th season opener against the Rams.
The criminal case now has its resolution. The NFL review does not. And until the league makes its decision, the biggest question for the 49ers remains unanswered. What will it do about its owner? And tonight, there is no word on when the NFL could potentially make a decision here or what or potentially any punishment York could potentially face. For now, the 49ers will move toward that season opener with their own.
Crazy dance. So we got the links in the chat. What else do we got? That should be it. Other than the meat being recalled in Florida, 30,000 pounds from Argentina. Sold in Texas, Florida recalled by Miami area company. Let's see what else. And that is it. Put this off here. Good to go, everyone. Hey, everybody still alive?
Uh-huh.
Quiet. Huh? What'd you think? What's your opinion?
Look at the.
Huh?
Because of the people.
I can't hear you.
I was reading your meme. I think that these people suck, and I really hope they're not underground. Like, I really hope that they're done. But if they're not, at least we'll see. Well, hopefully we'll see everything happen. Because this is, it is. It's I said one night to Miss Sheepdog, it's like when Bella has to get bit by Edward in Twilight because she was gonna die, so she had to be turned into the vampire, and it's like when his venom was going through her entire body into the arteries, the veins, like all throughout it. That's how deep all these people are involved in everything. There's just so much bad stuff. It's horrible.
So be mindful going down those rabbit holes because they could get a little crazy. And you might find out some people that you admired aren't really so good people, such good people. Right? Especially Kid Rock, when everybody was fighting him. Please, Kid Rock, please perform for us. We can't wait to see you, Kid Rock. We got to get rid of that halftime show. Please perform. And then you don't even know who you're cheering for.
Right.
That's the weird part. So be mindful of putting these Hollywood and these singers and actors and whoever on a pedestal and thinking that that's why it was important to wake up, but not everybody's going to wake up. So you get to sit back and watch everybody fawn over a bunch of sickos. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. And you see how
only two more.
What?
Oh.
To see how involved these women were too. That's really bad. I don't know. It's another level to it when it's a woman that brings people in, that brings innocent into it.
Somebody posted this earlier. Just curious, how many countries tax their citizens so they can send money to the United States? I thought this was like a gotcha moment right here with this one. I was like, oh man, that's
Right.
true.
That should be
They
like
are screwing us over.
That should be on the front cover of like Mad magazine.
So I think a lot of this stuff is going to come, like the connection from the Epstein file with these actors and stuff that's going to come out. So it's good things. We kind of went down that years ago.
Mhm.
And then the Epstein files, I guess, was a precursor. And yeah, so I think more and more people will know. Maybe not as much as we knew at that time, but they'll make the connection between the two and the movie stars. And
I think like with you having a bad night last night, that just brought you closer to knowing the whole truth. So, it sucks. It sucks
it gets
going through
deeper.
it, but when you go through that kind of stuff, it's like feeding your soul in a really weird way. It's feeding, because the more your soul knows, and it's helped be woken up and stuff to everything, the more powerful like you become.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I woke up and it was like 3, and
3 in the morning.
He was like, "Oh my gosh, you gotta watch this." I was like, "What are you doing?"
I was like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, "You won't." But that's when he finds things usually. In the middle of the night, he'll wake up and he'll start. It just things come across his feed, and he's meant to
I got a good
find
algorithm.
it. He's meant
That's why I keep on waking up at 3:30.
Sometimes I don't want to know.
Right?
Sometimes I'd rather not, but then again, like I said, I had to go through some dark stuff in my life in order to be prepared for things like this. So even in my own neighborhood that I grew up in, there were people that were making snuff films. Snuff films. Yeah, we had the U.S. Marshals there, and I went, "What? That's going on in my neighborhood? Like snuff film? Oh my!" Like, you know what I mean? So then, like that was like 10, 15 years ago. So I was already prepared that this world wasn't as it seems.
Right.
As it seems, that there are really some evil people out there, and it could be in your own community. You would never even know.
It could be in your own family. It could be people you worked with. It could be.
They smile in your face, invite you over for dinner.
Yeah.
You want to come eat some chicken? I'm like, no. Think about that. So, anyways, have a great rest of your night. Sleep tight.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, everybody. Love you all. Thank you. And we're probably gonna have a chat in the morning. If you want to join, please join. We're not going to record, so hopefully we'll have more people that want to speak up.
And I might move the chats to Facebook because I have more people up there interacting as well.
You will see. Yeah.
So at some point we'll have a chat on the Telegram, then we'll have a chat on the Facebook, back and forth until. Right. So, so if you have any questions or anything like that, please have them ready. Or if you have a story or anything to share,
yeah,
that'd be awesome as well. But see y'all later. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
You're beautiful.
So
you're beautiful. You are. Sorry.
Good night, sheepdog.
He does have a really good voice. He's just being silly. Though.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If he really sang, he really has a nice voice. He just seems all retarded.
Okay, we're gonna play the song
on purpose.
On purpose. Thank you. Thank you very much.
There is no left, there is no right. Just one voice rising in the night. One heart beating through the noise. A single truth for all of us to voice. We keep replaying all the pain we've known. Counting every scar that we've been shown. Pointing fingers at who's right or change is coming. It starts within. A brand new chapter must begin. So much hate and division in the air. The weight of it is more than we can bear, but we can choose to heal, repair, rebuild the dream we all can share. Our children and children across the land deserve a future where hope can stand. Let's shape this world with love and light. Turn every shadow into something bright. We argue over faith and creed. Forget we're human, forget